You feel that now? I feel like Rocky in this one, baby. Let's go. Alright, check it. Blast from the past, back from the future. So if I pull the trigger in the past, it's no you and your future. I'm still hustling, still hugging the block. The referee to the shit.
Welcome to the Rick H Show. I am your host, Rick H, the greatest podcaster of all time, 3-time Latin Podcast Award winner, best video podcast of 2023, the GOAT, 206 episodes in, best producer in the game, Caba behind the scenes. And today's guest is none other than, actually, let me say this. I get DMs every single day asking me when this man is coming back. And it took a hefty budget. It took a writer. You know, we had to have certain Skittles for this man in the studio. He needed a massage. His nails done, manicured. His pedicure. It is the co-creator of the Rick H Show, co-host for 69 episodes. He's breaking that lustrous 69 today.
The 69.5 right here.
69.5?
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Benny Banks is in the building, yo. If you don't know who Benny Banks is, I'll ask him. But Benny Banks is here.
What's poppin'?
Wearing a Subway Series sweater on.
Always. This is my signature look now.
It is?
Yeah.
And the stash.
A mustache and glasses.
So you haven't recorded since, what was the last episode you think you did here?
Bro, it was in the monkey room somewhere. I don't remember what it was.
No, I think I remember.
Most of the time in the monkey room, I was blasted.
Okay.
I was heading to the bathroom most of the time.
Uh-huh.
Because we would take like 2-hour shows.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, we drinking the whole time.
Drinking beers. Cheers, by the way.
Beers. Odish. Cheers.
Cheers. So you think it was the monkey room, your last episode?
Dude, I honestly don't remember. All that was a blur to me, bro.
So can I refresh your memory?
Go ahead. You can
It
try.
was actually not in the monkey room.
Oh, shit.
It was one of the COVID video episodes.
Oh.
Your last season was season 5. We don't do seasons anymore. And it was...
Was I shirtless in the background?
Yes.
Oh.
And I think it might have been the second time Ari Spears did the show.
Was I flexing on him?
Yes. And you were laying in your bed, just like him.
Sexual
setting.
Yeah. I used to like to light candles back in the days.
Mm.
Actually, I'm a little upset that there was no candles here, so...
Well, you didn't put that in the writer, so I'm sorry.
Next time. All right.
Anyway, so really quickly, who is Benny Banks and why are you on the pod and why do I get DMs. It says free Benny Banks. Benny Banks is the GOAT. These are real hashtags. I
was
swear
in
to
a
God.
cage, bro. A cage of emotions.
Okay.
All these years. The COVID got me down, bro.
Okay. And now you back up?
I'm back up.
All right. So who's Benny Banks for the new audience that doesn't know you?
You know what? Not even I know. Only God knows who I am. So you can ask him.
All right. So
But I'm fly.
Uh-huh.
I'm sexy.
Okay.
I'm borderline genius. You
Borderline.
know that. So
Questionable.
that's who I am.
Okay.
Yo, this is delicious, by the way.
Thank you. So he's my younger brother. We started the pod together. We started in an office with a little iPhone recording a little
Good
sports
times, bro.
pod. It was good. We were going to UFC press conferences, baseball games. It's pretty good. Now we're back into the sports. So Benny was like, yeah, okay.
Yo, we were going to press conferences doing it off a phone
Mm-hmm.
in an office.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
And you
And now look at this.
want to go back into
Look at this. Wow.
I'm saying 3 awards later, you know what I'm saying? 36
Wow.
nominations later.
You getting paid over this now?
That's
You gotta break me off a piece.
It's nobody's business.
All right, cool.
Residuals? There was
me
no
off a piece.
paperwork back then.
There's paperwork now.
Nope. I mean, there's paperwork.
Okay, let's see about that.
Yo, so let's talk about New York sports real quick.
All right.
Because I always talk sports with you, AJ, and Emmanuel, right?
Yes, sir.
And with Mike, you will sprinkle in Mike. These are our
Yeah.
family members. We were at a peak, I'm going to
Right.
say, right? Rangers were in the playoffs,
Beautiful.
right? Yankees and Mets were on top of baseball last year,
Sexy.
right? Knicks were in the playoffs.
I don't know how.
Not only the Rangers, but the Islanders and Devils were also in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
The Nets were
hate
the
the Devils.
Nets. What can I say? But they had KD and Kyrie at that point.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What happened?
To New York
Why are
sports
we
in
at this
general,
point right now? Where the Liberty is the best team we have
Yo,
in
I went to
town.
that game. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Being in the Barclays to watch the Liberty game, I haven't felt like that in a long time. Like that energy in the stands. Like I haven't felt that in a Knicks game and a Mets game in a long time, dude.
Really?
Yo, that playoff energy is different, bro.
So let me ask you. Stephen A. Smith said, if we obviously know the Liberty didn't win. He said if the Liberty won
Next
the
year,
title,
next year.
if the Liberty won the title, it wouldn't count as a New York sports title. Stephen A. Smith said that. What do you think about that comment?
That's crazy. How long have the Liberty been playing in New York?
I think
Since the 90s?
97. Caba's going to check for us. 97.
So
I think WNBA came into effect in 97. If I'm wrong or am I right, I'll find out. But I think 97.
and they've been the New York Liberty.
97, right?
Yeah, 97.
Woo! Your boy knows sports.
Exactly. So if they've been playing in New York the whole time, and we know them as the New York Liberty, they're New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like how is that not going to count?
He's saying because it's
Women's sports is not
Women's
sports. That's what you're
sport-
trying to say?
not me.
I don't know. It came out of your mouth.
This
dude.
is a quote from Stephen A. Smith, not me.
Nah.
It's because he's saying it's not like the NBA. It's women's sports.
Yeah, it's not like that, man.
But
So if Team USA soccer, the women, they win the World Cup.
they're the best.
Yeah, it's not a World Cup victory.
Hell yeah, it's a World Cup. I'll
Alright,
count
then,
that.
that's
Caba,
it,
you
bro.
count them?
The women's national team?
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're way better than the men, and they've been like that for a long time.
For a while.
Exactly.
I count those wins.
Yeah, me too. We have to, bro. Especially in New York. We have to take whatever win we get, bro.
And the New York City Football Club actually won an MLS Cup.
Yup.
So Stephen A. Smith disregarded them. So it wasn't just women. He's saying the three major components, which
Yeah.
is basketball, football, and baseball.
What about hockey?
I don't think he's – all right.
So
I'm
you
going to go on
only
my rant with
count-
Stephen A. Smith, right? I feel like he should not be
Oh.
talking about MMA. First thing. Second thing, I feel like the man should not talk about baseball.
Mm.
I watch him just for basketball.
You saying some wild stuff right now, bro.
Let the man come. I know he's Mr. ESPN and all that, and he's helping people come up in the game, but he sounds atrocious when he covers MMA, and he sounds atrocious when he covers baseball.
But here's what I'm gonna tell you about that. He is getting paid. He knows about basketball. But he's getting paid to do everything for ESPN.
Yeah.
There's nobody working over there, and they throw him everywhere. They throw him UFC. They throw him hockey.
We've been
And
to
he
a
has
press
like
conference
maybe days to watch all of this stuff.
for the UFC.
You gotta
We've
give
been
that
to
man
a
his
UFC
respect,
press
bro.
conference, and you've seen it live.
Oh.
Stephen A. Smith, what do you like his commentary? He obviously does not know anything about MMA.
It's not that I'm saying that he has the best commentary. Is that if somebody's throwing, they're like, "Yo, Rick, you got to talk about NBA. You got to talk about hockey. You got to talk about."
Let's do it.
Bro,
I'll do
you
my
don't have
research.
enough time in a day to watch all these things. So what you gotta do, sometimes you gotta read the cliff notes, and then go from there.
So Stephen A. Smith is a
You
college
reading
student.
cliff notes. Yeah, I respect it though. How much he gets a year?
I think
Millions.
I think he signed a $25 million deal for a couple years with ESPN. Don't quote me because I think the number is also undisclosed.
Beautiful.
But he could completely control his first take. So
Yeah.
like he wanted Shannon Sharp, he got Shannon Sharp.
Lovely.
Even though Shannon still calls him Skip.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, the latest I see here is just rumored that it's close to $8 million a year.
$8 million.
Yeah,
And I think it was a 5-year deal when he signed it because all the NBA players were like,
that
Let
was
me ask
yeah,
you a question.
that was considered a mega deal when that broke.
for sportscaster, it's a monster deal.
He's gonna get way
Anything
more now.
over $3 million is a lot.
Would you vote for him for president?
Stephen A. Smith,
Of course.
maybe.
Yo, I was thinking about that the other day.
Maybe.
Dude is charismatic.
Maybe
I think I vote for him.
he's passionate.
Yeah.
So how did we lose? I think we were at a euphoria. You know, I'm watching the Knicks.
Yeah.
They playing Cleveland in the playoffs. They're playing tough. Rangers are playing pretty good in the playoffs. You know,
Knicks got no business being where they at right now, bro.
wow,
Like,
really?
yeah.
Where are
and
they
I've been
at?
what?
Where are they at?
They're like a decent team, but they're not a championship team. Do you want to be?
So
and
you
I've been
think
I've
that-
been telling you this since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to be a team that's a 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 seed, but never really has the possibility of winning a chip?
You honestly
Or
didn't
would you
think we had
rather
a
be-
chance last season, though?
You thought we had a
Milwaukee
chance
was
of
out.
winning a championship last year?
At least Eastern Conference Finals, minimum.
You sound like a delusional Knicks fan.
I
I'm a
drank the
Knicks
Kool-Aid.
fan that's gotten hurt enough, dude.
Okay.
I got the scores.
I cried in 1994. I watched Game 7. I saw
Okay.
John Starks go 2 for 26, whatever it was. So don't tell me that. I just saw.
Did you cry when they traded Kristaps Porzingis?
I was a little upset, but now it doesn't bother me. But it bothers me now that he's in Boston, and he's gonna give. I think Kristaps Porzingis and Holiday going to Boston puts Boston over.
Yeah. How would you think that he would look on our team right now?
He's the piece we actually need.
He would be great. We don't
Spacing,
have any
three-point
shooters.
shooting.
We don't have any shooters.
Mm-hmm.
We have 100,000 guards. We have one forward. We have one center. We signed
centers.
Devinchenko and we got rid of this kid. What's his name?
Who? Devinchenko's pretty good. I
Bro,
like it.
He's another guard. We don't need a guard.
We have Hartenstein, who's the backup center.
How many minutes he plays a game? Like 3?
It doesn't matter. He puts in valuable minutes every time he plays.
3 minutes is not valuable minutes. Also, we have 17,000 guards. What's the kid that we sent to that he signed with the
Give me the team. I'll give you his name.
fucking dang, why can't I remember the team?
We got rid
Navy blue and yellow.
Navy blue and
Yeah.
yellow. Indiana Pacers.
Indiana Pacers.
Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin.
We traded Obi.
We got
Yeah.
rid of Obi Toppin. We didn't
Yeah.
really sign him, right?
Uh-huh.
He was our only other forward.
Yeah.
And then we signed another guard. We have 7 guards on the team.
we needed a shooter.
We don't need a shooter. We don't need another guard.
We need a shooter.
All right. Then get a
And
shooter
his
from the forward
3-point
position.
His 3-point percentage is good.
And they got rid of
RJ's a forward, not a 2. He's a 3.
RJ's not a 3.
We're going to
dude.
play RJ at the 3 most of the time.
RJ 6'6".
Yes, he's 6'6".
He's paying the 3. He can't shoot really.
That's why we got DiVincenzo.
You got DiVincenzo to ride the bench.
And we should have. All right, so I get what you're saying. We got Fournier, we have Quickly, we have Brunson, we have Hart, we have RJ, we have. I get
That's
it.
7 guards, dude.
But
How many forwards we
no
got?
team. The Knicks have the most assets out of any NBA team.
That's not true either.
We have all the picks. Yes, we do. We have all the picks, and we have great role players. But no team wants to pull on us doing a trade. So we can't get. We tried Lillard, which I wish we would have got Lillard.
Never gonna get Lillard.
There's a rumor about Embiid. That might help out because of the beard. So if the beard goes, Embiid's gonna want to go.
Embiid would be nice, but how many times?
And then
as
Cat's
Knicks
the other
fans,
one.
bro, how many times have we done this to ourselves? How many
Every
times?
year.
Every year.
Every year there's
Every
a player.
year there's a player. Oh, that nigga, we're gonna go.
We're gonna
after
get him. We're
gonna
getting
get
him. He's
We're
coming.
getting, yo.
2010.
Imagine
LeBron is
Embiid-
coming.
Imagine Embiid with the team. No, It's not gonna happen, dude. And I wish, like, to God,
But the trade scenario is what
If
they
you
said. A combination of players. I would do Fournier, Randall, and and Robinson, and picks for Embiid.
are you on drugs?
Why?
They're never gonna take that.
You're not gonna take 3
They're
first
not.
round
First
picks?
of all, they're not taking anything that doesn't involve R.J. Barrett.
Well, that's the problem for the Knicks. They can't give up Barrett.
All right, so let me bring it back to my.
You got to
earlier
keep Barrett
point.
and Brunson.
All right,
You have to keep him,
and it's not gonna happen.
and you have to find a way to move Randall
Okay,
and bring in somebody.
but let me bring it back to my earlier point. So, do you want to be a team that's a 6, 7, 8, like playoff team,
Doesn't beat.
or would you rather a team like, let's say, the Rockets, or let's say the Pistons that had a million things, or let's say OKC that they've had a million first round top
That's
5
where we
picks.
are right now. We got
We're
a ton
not,
of picks.
We're not that team that has a million top 5 picks.
We have a ton of
OKC
first round
build
picks.
off the draft.
Uh-huh.
Knicks refuse to build off the draft.
What are you talking
Golden
about? Most
State-
of the players we have are off the draft, except for Brunson and
RJ?
Randall. We drafted RJ.
Who else?
We drafted quickly. Oh, we traded Obi. We drafted Robinson.
Robinson was the 22nd pick in the draft.
We drafted Robinson. We drafted Grimes. We drafted Deuce.
Okay.
So
I'm
we have
talking
a
about
ton of kids
starters,
that we.
dude. Who are those? RJ. That's it.
RJ and Robinson.
That's it. Like, look in Golden State. Their big 3. They drafted all 3 of them. Every team that has gone to the finals, except for the Lakers, they build off the draft. Knicks, I don't know what they want to sign all these players, even since the early 2000s, bro.
Okay.
Signing all these mediocre players to big contracts, and then they sign that one player, and then they don't build around them, and then nothing. They signed Melo.
They didn't do nothing with Melo.
They did nothing with Melo, bro.
I agree with you there. They signed Stat. They were building something with Stoudemire, and then they traded everything to get Melo.
Yeah.
They signed Brunson. Now we have our point guard. We finally have a point guard.
Yeah, we finally have a problem. And that was a mistake.
Why? What you mean?
When we first signed Brunson, everybody was like, yo, they gave him too much money. And then he balled out the first year with
he's
the Knicks.
underpaid.
Exactly. He balled out the first year with the Knicks, and now everybody's like, yo, he's underpaid. That was a great pick.
That was a
but
great move.
nobody thought that he was going to be a star.
I like that.
Dude is a stud.
I like Brunson,
I love him.
and he's perfect for New York.
Oh, I love him.
So
Dude is a
now,
stud.
forget about the past,
All right.
right?
Let's go to the
We
future.
have all the assets.
Do we?
Cat or Embiid.
Oh.
Who you're talking about? best case scenario, I see us as a 5 seed. That's the highest I think we'll get.
So,
And I'm being realistic because some people will say we're in the 4 seed conversation already. And everybody knows it's Milwaukee and Boston Eastern Conference Finals. That's what everybody's expecting already.
yeah.
Cat or Embiid puts us over the top.
Embiid, because he's a better all-around player. But who do I want to see?
Yeah.
I like Cat, bro.
But if we get Cat, we got to keep
it's
Mitch.
just, like, I think he's soft. I don't think
So how would you play?
he hasn't done anything in Minnesota, but he could shoot. He 2010 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he will ball out in New York, and he's Dominican. Yo, you know Dominicans will
All
come
right,
out for him,
I
dude.
understand all that.
You
but
know
In order for us to
stadium will
get
be
Cat, we have to
crazy,
keep
dude.
Robinson, so he could be the 4.
I don't really think you
So who
do,
you
bro.
giving
That's
up?
not the NBA anymore. NBA is not like that, bro.
Well, you need someone to protect the rim, like Robinson.
NBA is not like that anymore, man. Look at Golden State. They didn't have a center. Look at who?
Draymond does everything.
Draymond 6'6", dude.
Yeah, but he does everything. For them.
Okay. Is he a true center?
No, but he
All
does.
right, Robinson's a true center. Like, but we don't need a guy like that. The NBA is not
You need
like
a
that, dude.
defensive anchor.
Yeah, but NBA
Well,
is not
that was
like
the Warriors' flaw last year in the playoffs. They didn't have a big man. Wiseman winded up being shit.
Yo, what happened to Wiseman too?
He's gone, I believe. I think they already traded him somewhere.
Yeah, he was so nasty in high school and college.
His first couple games in the NBA, he looked like he was going to be promising, but after that, it
Yeah.
just kind of faded out quick.
It's the same thing with all these NBA picks. The last best draft I saw was the 03 one. With Melo, Braun, Wade.
There's been a lot of good
Which
drafts,
one?
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. This-
After that, which one?
There's been a lot of good.
Go ahead.
The one with this kid. What's his name? LaMelo Ball. That was a decent draft. The one with
What year was that?
I don't know, like 2017, 2016.
Okay. I can name you a ton of people from the 03 draft, but go ahead.
Oh, but that's not fair.
The
dude.
97,
You're looking back
96
from
draft?
You're looking back from 2003. Those guys are Hall of Famers. Of course, you could rattle down Hall of Famers.
2009 was pretty good.
Who was in the 09 draft?
James Harden, Steph Curry, Blake Griffin,
Fire.
DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, that's right. That's the one we
That's a
didn't
crazy
get Curry.
2011 was Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas, Klay Thompson, Kemba Walker.
Ooh, Kemba.
Poor Kemba, dude. I feel like if Kemba Walker would have had a better
Support system in
situation.
Charlotte?
What?
In Charlotte, or he would have came into a better.
If he would have came into a better situation, that dude was a stud.
He was a
bro.
beast. It doesn't always translate to college, though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Because look at Wiggins, right? He came out of high school.
they were saying he was going to be the
Everybody-
next Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the next LeBron, whatever.
And what is he now?
He's a decent player.
He's a
bro.
role player.
Solid.
for
Yeah,
the
he's one
Warriors.
of the best role
Yeah.
players.
Dude is nasty.
He's okay. Would I be
Dude is
thirsty
nasty,
for
bro.
Wiggins on the Knicks?
You know who Wiggins is?
Who?
He's on the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
His name is R.J. Barrett.
Yeah.
The same player, dude.
All right, so I got a Wiggins. I don't
We
need
got
him.
a Wiggins. We don't need him.
But I think for me, you say Cat. I say
I love
Embiid.
Cat. Oh, I said Embiid is
I would
gonna
love
will be
Embiid,
way better.
But I need to keep Barrett to get Embiid.
But I take either of them, dude. I would take anything.
You imagine the pick and roll with
want-
Brunson and Embiid?
I just need hope, dude.
I have hope.
I have no hope.
We just beat. What are you talking about?
I
And Spider Mitchell is lurking because he didn't sign an extension with the Cavs. You know he loved the New York atmosphere in the playoffs.
Do you think he's
He
the
was
piece?
in the Knicks.
Do you think he's the piece to get past Boston or
No, it's
the Bucks?
Embiid or Cat
So why do it?
that's what I've been saying, dude.
because he's there and we have the money. So if
That's
we had
not-
him
Well,
and
that
Embiid,
was
Not a
that was
reason.
gonna be my next question. This feels like, and I'm not a Knicks fan, but it just feels like this offseason coming up is gonna be one of those off seasons where the Knicks overpay somebody
That's what
because
I've been
you
saying.
Jerome
guys
James,
were waiting on
Jared
Giannis.
Jeffries.
He re-signed. Lillard's not an option no more. Spider, I don't know if that's a real option.
No, it's definitely a real option.
But
don't
from
even
what
know.
reliable source? Besides Knick fans saying, yeah, he
No.
loved it here.
Before he went to
everybody
Cleveland,
loves playing there, but nobody really loves playing there as a Knick.
Exactly.
that's the problem because LeBron says he loved playing there.
Well,
Jordan
Kobe,
said he loved playing there.
Curry, yeah,
Kobe
everybody.
loves it. Curry loves it.
They love to hate.
Yeah, I remember when LeBron was supposedly coming to the Knicks,
In 2010.
and they were like,
oh
dude,
my
I
God, the
remember
hype
reading,
tape was crazy.
I remember reading articles. There was an article that was like LeBron James had a dream that he was running in orange and blue, that he was running down the court in orange and blue.
He could have been running for the Thunder.
That's,
Bro, what is he like? Why even tell people that?
That's to get the hype.
He did his
going.
press conference in the Knicks practice facility. Like, why?
Because he wanted to pander to the audience.
Like, I'm just tired of the Knicks overpaying for dudes and then Knicks fans. I'm a big Knicks fan, but after we traded
KP
Porzingis,
to Dallas.
like
You
I
didn't
lost.
like what we got in return?
I lost all hope. No,
what did that
because
KP
you know
trade
why we
turn
did?
into?
Was it Dennis Smith Jr.?
Yeah, we got. I've always liked Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah, but
But we got the pick. What was who we draft with that Mavs pick?
we haven't drafted anyone with a Mavs pick. That's the answer. We were supposed to get the last year, but Mavs tanked because it's a protected top 10 pick.
So I want to move past KP and the unicorn. But before we do that,
I gotta say,
I know
something.
you want to say your piece on KP. Go ahead.
I do.
He plays for Boston right now.
Yeah, he does. So
He's a Celtic. He looks good in that green uniform.
this is when
He looks like he's at home.
Stop
All right, go ahead.
before I reach over and punch you in the face, bro.
Go ahead.
So
You a
this is
Celtics
when
fan now?
I'm not. So this is when I gave up on the Knicks with their loser mentality.
Okay. You're a
So
loser.
when they thought they were gonna get Kyrie and KD, they needed to clear cap space. So what they did, without knowing for sure that KD and Kyrie were coming, they traded away Porzingis, who was their best player, for absolutely nothing.
Okay. Caba, what we got for KP? Dennis Smith Jr.
We got a protected 12. It's like top 13, top 12 pick. You know,
Top 10
they got fined Dallas last year for tanking the last few games.
We also got fined for negotiating with Brunson.
Yeah, but last year they got
Okay.
fined for tanking the last few games because they wanted to keep their pick.
So it's Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, Wesley Matthews, and a 2021 first-round pick, as well as 2023 first-round conditional on the Mavericks not moving up in the 2019, which they did not. So those picks weren't. Those picks would have been between 2022 and 2024. So you guys didn't even get that.
We didn't get anything.
So we didn't get no picks for KP.
No.
You got one from 2021.
And who would he pick with that?
Check right now.
Only God knows. So
I think that was the year we got IQ and I think that's IQ and
it was
Quentin
like
Grimes. The
Quentin Grimes?
25th pick, Quentin Grimes.
I'll take it.
25th pick in the draft for Kristaps Porzingis.
You don't like Quentin Grimes? I think he's
The
a great
25th
player.
pick in the draft for Kristaps Porzingis. And
Okay.
then we didn't get KD or Kyrie. What
Which
did we get?
I didn't want either of the two players.
All right,
I have
Oh
a
my
problem with
God.
each one.
Don't.
I have a problem with each one. First of all, KD is soft. He'll never be known as an NBA champion, and he's brittle.
This guy.
Kyrie,
Two-time NBA
yeah,
Finals MVP.
yes,
So throw some respect on that name. Scoring time champion.
yeah.
Elite
That's nice.
defender
Melo
when he
won a
wants to
scoring
play.
title.
League MVP.
Melo,
MVP,
Melo
that's
never
cool.
went to no finals
That's
or
cool.
anything.
It's a little guy named Steph Curry. He
All right.
won league MVP
Go.
twice.
Tell me
world
why.
titles, and he was winning world titles
Tell me
before
why
KD got there.
KD and Kyrie are not as good.
I would
as,
not want. There is no leader there out of the.
That's
this is why,
different. If you
This is why it didn't work in Brooklyn.
so you wouldn't want them because you want a leader.
I wouldn't. I don't want any of them. on
Who
my
did
That's,
team.
we
that's
get?
different than what you're saying because you're going against him being him. He's not a leader. Yeah, neither.
He's
is
not
Kyrie.
going to win anything in Phoenix.
Kyrie's a cancer to every team.
He's always been on, unless LeBron's there.
Every year I think of KD's career, he's went further than the Knicks.
That's 100%.
He has by
in
himself,
in the Western Conference.
but he's not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
All right.
He's already been there, done
He's
that.
already
Twice.
gone there. What are you talking about?
Klay Thompson,
He's already
Doesn't
been
Draymond
matter.
Green, and Steph Curry.
Why you
been-
guys don't say that about Draymond? Draymond hasn't been a good player for a long time now, and he goes and wins championships.
I'm not Draymond. I see him in the same light.
KD
He's just a piece.
KD
Not only-
contributed way more than
Curry
Klay
is-
and Draymond in those finals. And
Curry
even Curry.
is the main piece.
He played better than Curry in those finals
100%.
Curry is the main piece
on offense and defense.
because he was at his peak.
Not only
But
that,
he needs a guy like Curry. Curry is the main piece in
Bro,
those Warriors teams.
Come on, dude. You can't say that the Knicks that you didn't want KD on the Knicks. You didn't
Absolutely,
want-
100%.
You're a liar, dude.
Did not want Kevin Durant. How many games?
on,
wait.
man.
How many games did Durant average?
I want to fight you right now, bro.
How many games does he average in the season?
He goes to
First
the
thing.
playoffs. How many times has he missed the playoffs?
He's one of these
How
load
many times has he
management
been to
guys.
the Western Conference
He's
Finals?
always hurt. There's always an issue with him.
I think that's everybody in
Yo.
the league now. Embiid is also like that, and you want Embiid.
Embiid's always hurt.
Yeah.
But Embiid is not soft like KD.
What do you
Well,
mean?
you don't have to
He's
be
the
that
main
tough.
flopper in the league, dude.
Bro. By the way, KP, I love that. KP got the first foul for flopping
Beautiful.
in game 1 against the Knicks. I love that. That was
He also balled out.
He did. He
All
killed
right,
us.
then.
And he's gonna kill us
So we
every
didn't
time we play Boston.
re-sign him because we wanted
Which we
thought
were not
gonna
gonna get.
them.
We were not gonna get Durant. And
So who did we end up signing?
it was a terrible offseason.
Who did we end up signing?
You tell me.
What's the worst player on the Knicks right now?
Who's the worst player on the Knicks?
Who's the worst player? Who's the power forward?
He's the worst player.
Who they gave 180
Randall's
something?
the worst player.
Who
I'm dying to get rid of the man, but he's the worst player.
you said you didn't
All
want
NBA, All Star. He's the worst player on the
Oh,
Knicks.
So you like him in the Knicks, right?
But you can't
You
say
thought
he's
he would
the
be
worst
better-
player on the Knicks.
You thought he would be better than KD.
Bro. Hold on.
In the playoffs, he wasn't the worst player on the team.
I'll take him over KD. I'll take
And that's why you're never gonna make any of the
I'll
playoffs,
take,
and your
I'll
team
take
doesn't deserve to go
Randall over
nowhere.
KD. Look what Randall's done. Randall's.
You want me to
a proven
read
co-
their stats side by side so we can laugh together?
Don't do it.
Match it
Don't
up on
do
ESPN.
it.
Hold on
Don't
a
do it,
second.
don't do it, don't do it.
Randall's a proven commodity in New York. he
Randall-
can handle New York.
Randall
he can
hasn't-
handle New York. KD could not handle New York.
Randall, I think he scored 12 points in his last game.
Randall could handle New York.
10.
10?
Yeah.
Oh, I overshot. I'm sorry.
0 for
Randall-
5 from 3, 4 for 15 from the field.
Could handle New
Randall
York.
is garbage.
I said I'm dying to trade the guy, but I would prefer him over Durant.
That's the craziest thing I've
You
ever
know-
heard in my life.
You know why?
And you know what? It can only come from a Knicks fan.
But let me.
Only.
Can I explain? If you look at the side by side comparison, first of all, Randall.
Are we talking about them
Randall
physically?
played
Because
anytime Randall's been on a
basketball,
Knicks
there's no
uniform,
way.
we need to compare just Randall in a Knicks uniform against Durant.
How they look?
No, not how they look. The numbers. Give me the games that Randall's played. Give me the points that he's put up. Now tell me how many games Durant hasn't played. The times he took off the court. Where did that team go? What did they do?
This has to be the craziest thing you've ever said.
I'll
in your
take
life,
Randall
dude.
over Durant. I swear to God.
It has to be the
Maybe it's because
craziest-
I hate Kevin Durant and I don't think he's that great of a
It
player.
has to be the craziest
And he's
take you have ever
listen,
said.
I'm gonna give Durant his flowers. Kobe was an assassin and he was a scorer. Melo was probably the best natural scorer in the NBA. Then after Melo, Durant is probably the best scorer I've ever seen in my life.
Well, he's not good enough to be a Knick.
But not on the Knicks. He doesn't fit New York. The media, we eat him alive.
I was gonna say the
When
same,
he played in the
the same exact stuff you're saying. I was gonna say that's why Randall's not a good fit here. But you want
Randall fits in New York.
No,
though.
he doesn't.
He
only fits here the way Stoudemire fit here. Before everybody else is here, and I'm here and I can do whatever I want and just be great.
Yeah, but he came here.
He
took
can't
the
work in the
risk.
system.
He took the risk. He came here.
What risk?
Made himself an all-star.
Who else
He
wanted
did the
him,
extra
dude?
work.
And nobody offered anything close to that. It wasn't a risk.
It was. I thought
Low
that was
risk, high reward.
And not only
Has-
that, KD
has it
did
paid
play
off?
in New York.
Wait. Has it paid
He
off?
did.
Yeah,
KD
and he
did.
was awful for Brooklyn.
They went to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, the Eastern Conference Finals.
Uh-huh.
he broke his leg. He wasn't awful. Kyrie was awful.
What are you talking about,
KD was
bro?
at no point
The
was
Nets went
KD
nowhere
not
with
awful.
KD.
KD was great.
You a Nets fan?
Yeah, he was great while he
He
was
was
here.
You're
he
happy
was
with
great, dude.
his Nets thing?
Out of the big three, quote unquote, that we had, KD is the only one that I don't hate.
There we go.
He was here and he stood here and then realized those two guys.
And if it
left
wasn't
him,
for a
and
toe,
he was like, "Oh
I know
shit,
that.
I might as well leave too."
If it wasn't for a toe, he
He's
would have
100% right.
I was at the game too when he
With the
fucked up his
toe?
leg. Yeah,
with the toe. Oh no,
no,
when he messed up
the
his leg?
ACL when he missed the
man.
rest of the season. That
That's a
destroyed that
nightmare.
one season that we could have had something.
Not only that, Kyrie refused to play the entire time he was in the Nets.
I hate him.
I don't know what's wrong with
Kyrie's
that kid, bro.
I listen, and
Not only that,
the problem with that I've always had with, at first he said he wanted to be a Knick, that he was dying to be a Knick. Then all of a sudden, nah, I don't want to play over there because X, Y, and Z, this and this and this and that.
and James Harden in the Nets, that
That
dude
was-
came in.
That was
for
not
2
James
seconds.
Harden.
He was
I
like,
don't know who that was.
I don't.
I don't even know if the guy in the Sixers is James Harden. I don't know where James Harden went, but the guy with the beard belly that's running around on the basketball court, don't know who that guy is. He has a beard like James Harden, but I don't think he's James Harden.
And I don't know why teams give him like whatever he wants. He's like, "Oh, I want to go over here." They're like, "All right."
I
Send
think
them.
I think everybody still thinks that it's him underneath the weight,
Right.
but I think it's actually not. He's past his prime now. It's
He's
just
100%.
way
he's
past.
just not it no
He's
more.
not. If James Harden had the intensity that Westbrook had, he'll be a much better player.
If Westbrook could actually shoot, he'd be a great player.
I've always loved Russ. I've always thought Russ got a bad rap.
100%.
And I just felt like if Russ was with the right like chemistry or the right person and he worked on his shot a little, he would have gone a lot farther.
All right, let's close this Knicks Nets thing up. Who do you think has a brighter future in the next 10 years?
New York Knicks. Nets don't have anything.
I can't even say that.
They mortgaged the future to Boston a long time ago.
Okay.
They made a bunch. They got rid of Kyrie and KD.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they got in return. Kava's gonna check. Bridges is a
Picks.
pretty good, solid player. I like
I
him.
love them, but the Knicks should have drafted him.
Yeah,
The Knicks don't know how to draft, so
we don't. But we had the IQ, the top end, the Deuce, and the Grimes were our best draft, and I think that we did a good job taking RJ. Because if you look at it now, John Morant, RJ, or Zion, your boy, who would you take out of the three?
you're not serious right now, bro.
I'm dead ass.
I would take either of the guys with the baggage that comes with them.
All right. So John Morant, you want?
I
John
would
Morant?
take John Morant and his whole crew,
Okay.
his whole gun squad
Mm-hmm.
to New York.
And
And
then
and
Zion not
dude
playing
is a
I'll
anything?
take Zion and his baby mama
And
drama.
I'll take exactly
Whatever
over
he-
RJ.
Yeah,
Zion and all his baby mama drama.
I don't have nothing against RJ. He's a great player.
I love RJ.
Those other guys are better. They're more talented. And where have the Knicks gone with RJ that makes you put them higher? Put him
RJ,
higher than them.
RJ. First of all, RJ went to the playoffs last year. He showed up.
Well, he wasn't the best player
Except
on the
for one
team.
game.
Nobody even said, "Oh, RJ brought us to the playoffs." Or brought, yeah, it was Brunson
It was Brunson, but in the playoffs, RJ showed up, and he was our
on the
best
on the Pelicans. Who's the best player on that team?
on the Pelicans.
Yeah.
It's not Zion
No.
Are you
because
crazy?
he doesn't play.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Zion doesn't play.
Okay.
All
And
right,
when he
let-
does,
When he plays, he's okay.
superior. Okay.
When
He's
he
okay.
plays, he's a top 10 player in the
He's
NBA.
all right.
When he
all
plays, he's a top 10
Who
player.
is the
When
other
he
one you
plays,
threw in
but
there?
how many years have they both been? When was the RJ draft? How many? I want to see the. This is what I'm telling you. Like
2017, 18.
the value that we've gotten for RJ already exceeds Zion. 'Cause Zion hasn't been.
2019.
2019?
Zion hasn't been on the court like that.
So what?
But who
dude?
has impacted when they played more? You guys haven't gone any further than they have.
RJ's gotten better every year.
Yeah, and he's still not better than
He's not
Zion.
as- yeah, he's still not as good.
That
as
And
says a
Zion.
lot.
when the Knicks drafted him, they were like, "Yo, in 4 years, this kid's gonna be great."
Well, here
So-
we are,
So
4
here
years
we are,
later.
exactly.
I think
Only
this
time will tell.
RJ's an all-star this year.
At what position?
He's an all-star.
Remember
at the
that
three.
Lillard plays in the. Oh no, they're gonna have him at the 2 or the 1.
The 3. RJ's an all-star. Brunson's an all-star.
Yo,
and
I
even
want-
my boy Randall makes it again.
I want to live in the world that you live in, bro.
Bro, I have to. I have to believe in my boys. I've said this on the show before. I'll give up one of the Giants Super Bowls. I'll give up all the Yankees World Series. I'll give
You're
up
not a
the
Yankee
1990. I'll give up the 1994 Stanley Cup win for one Knicks championship.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks winning a title is more to the city than any other team in any other sport that plays in the city. I think the Knicks winning a title would trump the Yankee dynasty.
Which
That's
dynasty?
crazy.
As a whole?
The
Entirety of
the
Yankees?
96 to 2000.
Oh, the one that we all love that's close to our heart with our favorite players. Yeah. Okay. All right.
that dynasty.
Okay.
I can't say that, dude.
The
And
Knicks win
I'm-
one title right now.
I'm not even a Yankee fan, but the amount of Yankee fans that there are in this world, I'm not even talking about like in New York.
The Knicks
In
are
the
one of the
Yankees
biggest
have to-
franchises ever.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, but nobody cares about the Knicks outside of Florida and New York, where those are all New
That's
Yorkers.
not true. Let's look up
100%.
the Knicks value.
in the NBA.
As a
Yeah, but we're
franchise.
talking about location. We're not talking about value. We're talking about location.
Dude. Like,
Outside of the tri-state
But
and the East
let's
Coast,
talk about
nobody cares
this
about
New
the
York
Knicks.
sports. We're talking New York sports, right?
all right. Do you think there's more Knicks fans than Yankees fans in this world?
In-
Yankees are the most.
in
I'm
this
not
city?
even talking about.
In the city? In this
Yankees are
city?
the most. One of the maybe top 3.
We talked about this with Mike. They're not top 3. I think they're 1.
I'm not talking about in the
And then
MLB.
they're
I'm talking about in
Dallas.
sports.
In the world, in sports. Yankees are 1, and I think Dallas is 2. Something like
Then
that.
what
terms
are you
of what?
saying, bro?
You're talking
Value.
about value. We're not talking about value. We're talking about fan numbers and location. And
I honestly
geography.
feel like the Knicks, this is a basketball town.
Well, I'm not
Dallas
talking-
is priced higher because of their stadium also.
Yeah.
That
But this
stuff
is
doesn't have to do with
in New
fans.
York.
and
If the Knicks win, it's going to be insane.
that's
in the
because
city.
they haven't won since what, the 60s?
And this is a basketball town.
Okay.
The Knicks didn't do anything last year. They just beat the Cavs, and you see how crazy New York was.
Yeah, that's because we're starved for something to come out of the Knicks.
Because we're a basketball first town.
That's because they've never given us anything, bro.
I don't know. We have to look into
They
that
haven't given us
metrics.
anything but heartbreak, bro. I've cried 3 times in sports history.
Okay, what are those 3?
One of them's on my chest. When the Yankees beat the Mets in the Subway Series.
I didn't cry because I knew they would beat us.
When the Knicks.
We had a good shot at winning more than just one game. And I thought,
Dude, I cried like a
I
baby,
thought it would have
dude.
gone 7. And
I knew we had no chance.
Out of your mind. 7?
I thought we would have went to 7. Yeah.
Negative.
The first 2 games against the Yankees, we had them.
Yank
And then the whole Roger Clemens shit happened, and it flipped everything upside
Yankees were a way better
down. And
team.
Jeter gave us the business at Shea Stadium.
Yankees were a way better team.
That is the
But,
only World Series Derek Jeter
And I
showed
just
up for.
realized that's one of the rings that you want to trade for a Knicks ring. The Subway Series World Series.
Yep. I'll
That's
give that up.
crazy. That's
I'll give up the Mets.
I'll 100% give that up to
I'll
as,
give up.
as
I'll
Met
give
fans,
up.
yeah, you guys would
Yeah.
give
I'll
that
give
up.
up the
Mets fan,
Mets pennant in 2015, in 2000. I'll give up all the Yankee rings. I'll give up only one of the Super Bowl. I'll give up the 2011 Super Bowl. That's not the Patriot. That's the Patriot one, but not the perfect season one. I'll give up that, and
I can't.
What you mean? To get
I can't give up any of the Giants.
I'll give up the 2011 Super Bowl championship, the Manningham one.
Which Knicks team do you want to have the ring?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're not good enough, dude.
If damn, that's
It would
gonna be
have to
hard.
be Amari Mello, right? Somehow they just in a
No,
perfect
I
world.
mean
they
you gotta
went through.
understand.
Yeah.
You gotta understand. For me,
No other team
to
is
see
even realistic.
Ewing, to see Ewing with a champion.
You're
or
talking about 99?
Starks, Ewing, Starks, Oakley, Mace. To see that crew,
You talking about 94?
Harper.
You talking about 99?
Hubert Davis, the '90s
talking
Knicks.
about
If to
94?
see the '90s, if the '90s Knicks would have won a title, I would have been happy.
You would have been a happy man, huh?
Yep.
For how long?
Until Melo got a ring.
So you would want Melo to have got a ring for
I
the
would
Knicks
have loved for Melo to get at least one ring.
with the Knicks.
With the Knicks, it would have been Melo has always been my favorite player. I believed when he was drafted in the 2003 draft that to me he was the best player out of that draft. Coming out of it, he had the better rookie year than LeBron. LeBron had the better career. Yes.
Yeah. He should have won Rookie of the Year. I'll give you that.
And
Has he scored more?
Not because he scored
No,
more.
he
took his
played
team
less.
to the playoffs.
he took a team that
He-
wasn't in the playoffs. That was
doesn't-
terrible.
That doesn't go towards
Hold
Rookie of
on.
the Year, though.
Hold on. He played less minutes, had better numbers.
He had better numbers.
Less
Yeah.
minutes also doesn't always go in your
Less
favor.
minutes, better numbers. He took his team to the playoffs.
I think LeBron only
If
had
you play
more
less
assists.
minutes, it's easier to have better numbers.
Less
Not
minutes.
really.
Yes, it is. It's
Better
a
numbers.
smaller average
If
I
size.
think he had
scoring-
better
if you're
rebounds,
scoring-
better
I,
assists.
if I
better
play
points.
4 games and score 30 points in all 4 games compared to somebody playing 10 games and scoring only
He's not
34
playing,
or
like,
5 times.
They were
Can we
playing
look that up?
similar
The
Minutes,
2003 Rookie of the Year,
but
which they did a co-Rookie of the Year with Jason Kidd and Grant Hill, but they
Denver-
couldn't do one with
the
Melo
reason
and
I say
LeBron.
that Denver and Cleveland were the 2 worst teams in the league before they got LeBron.
I will
and
tell you, Denver was
Melo.
worse.
They were the 2 worst teams in the league.
Denver
and Melo
was
took,
worse than
Melo
Cleveland.
took Denver to the
And he
playoffs,
flipped them and made him a perennial playoff team.
and LeBron didn't. But the next year, LeBron was way better than Melo.
All right, so
Because LeBron,
they
had
both
that
averaged
work ethic.
21 points per game.
Right.
LeBron was 20.9 and Melo was 21, so basically 21. Melo averaged 6 rebounds. LeBron had 5.5. LeBron averaged 6 assists. Melo averaged 2. Player efficiency rating: LeBron was 18, Melo was 17. Field goal percentage 44 to 45 in favor of Melo, and win shares was 5.1 and 6.1. So LeBron did play better.
I don't know about
You
that.
just told me where Melo led in like 6 stats.
He
How
they
is
had
that?
the same in
And
points. You guys told me that he's the best
minutes
scorer.
Played, minutes played.
I'm not.
games played.
I don't have
All
minutes
right.
played because that's not what's taken into effect to what the thing is.
He played less minutes, more games, and he took them to the playoffs.
You know who Melo
Wait,
belongs
wait,
in
wait,
the
wait.
conversation
No, no,
with?
no. Before-
Only
Who?
Charles Barkley. You know why?
Oh my.
They were great players. Everybody knows them. They're great personalities, and they were great on the USA Olympic basketball team. But as far as winning stuff in the NBA, you haven't done anything.
100%.
Hold on a second. So Melo
The
is
boy's
not an
spitting
elite
facts,
scorer.
dude.
Didn't say any of that.
So
Elite
was
scorer.
Barkley,
So
dude.
I said
Barkley
elite,
was an elite rebounder
elite
too.
scorers. Kobe, Melo, Durant.
Stop putting him in those people's conversations.
Kobe, Melo, Durant.
You could put him there with Durant. You could leave him there with Durant. Don't put Melo with Kobe. You crazy.
I don't even think you can put him with Durant.
Y'all bugging right now. I'm in the studio with delusional people. Give me the Nuggets record in 2003.
You're in the studio with delusional people.
Give me this last record, and then we'll have
Yo.
our last talk about the Knicks. And we didn't really cover the Nets, cause
Bro, I was about to say right now.
They went
you
up
said-
17 wins. They had 43 and 39, so they were slightly above 500. You told me they had 50 wins.
43.
Yeah, 43 and 39.
What did Cleveland
That's
have?
close enough to 50.
If Cleveland had a much better record, then that validates LeBron's Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Yo, this is big news right here. This is changing the course of time.
It's changing the course of history in my head because forever I always thought Melo should have got that Rookie of the Year. But if Cleveland had a better improvement,
LeBron at 35. So LeBron's team went up 18 wins. Melo's team went up 17 wins.
Ooh.
They both.
that's just so.
I get
tight
one of them
right
made the-
there.
Tight.
I get one of them made the playoffs and the other one didn't. I would have to see what the
We got to
what the
see the
Western
overall picture
conference
is,
and everything
yeah.
was. But LeBron, stat by stat, it
All
was
right.
a LeBron.
So breaking news here on the
Very
show.
very
I'm gonna
little.
concede and let LeBron have his Rookie of the Year.
Wow, that's big news.
That is big news.
That's big news.
That's a huge.
Chalk one up.
There
Damn.
it is.
I mean, that's tight though. That's a tight ass rookie race.
I didn't tell you it wasn't. I told you who I thought won. The guy who won.
All right, so
All right.
you said that you think that
Who has a
Knicks-
brighter future? You asked that.
Yeah.
I said Knicks.
And I'm gonna say the Nets, and only because
Nets have a brighter future.
This is why I'm gonna tell you. The Knicks haven't shown me anything. They haven't shown me that they could build a team. They haven't showed me anything. The Nets
the
have
last
built
3 or years.
the Nets. They've built with Jason Kidd.
Mhm.
They build with
Who's
what's
a
this
great
kid?
coach? They should
Darren
have-
Williams.
Darren Williams.
Oh, I love. He was that.
We
that
even-
was
They
their moment.
Listen, they traded away all those things.
Mm-hmm.
They had no assets. Then they went and they got
D-Lo.
what's the kid
Joe
from
Johnson.
D'Angelo.
D Will?
Yeah,
Yeah.
D'Lo.
D-Lo.
D'Lo, yeah.
They got D'Lo. Rebuilt again. Got KD, Kyrie.
That was a gimme.
Rebuilt again.
Kyrie wanted to come
Bro,
to New York.
how
He
many
was down to
times
play
these
for the
dudes are
Knicks.
rebuilding? And the Knicks are here struggling to make it to the 8th seed in the East
So you're a
for the
Nets
last
fan?
30 years. I'm not a Nets fan, but I'm not crazy like you.
Delusional.
Like,
The
I'm
Knicks, the
invested.
Knicks are brighter now. Like right now,
We
I
got
think,
all the picks.
I think from right now until the next like 3 seasons, the Knicks should be able to be better than the Nets. I think in 4 years, it's not the same.
I agree with you.
But
I
it's not
just-
because I think
I
it's
think
just
we
because
have
of
all the
Dolan.
assets.
I just
at this
think it's
point.
because
And
of
we
the
have the
way
role
they
players.
manage their
Their
teams.
franchise. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to play for you guys because of Dolan.
And it's not only that, when a GM comes in, I feel like they feel pressure that they have to sign somebody or make a big move. And you don't. You don't have to pay $100 million
Leon
to
Rose-
a mediocre player, dude.
Leon Rose hasn't done that yet. I mean, he signed Randall,
He signed Randall.
but that's been a decent deal. What's Randall making right now? What was his contract?
Not only
I
that,
think like 180. I'll double check.
he signed Brunson, and Brunson was
Underpaid.
not a star.
Underpaid.
He's underpaid now because he
Brunson makes
developed
$20 million a year.
because he developed into that.
Your boy's underpaid.
Randall's 4 years, 118.
That's a good
So
contract.
about 20, 25 and a half, 26 a year.
That's crazy.
That's
dude.
good money.
You think he's worth that?
Scrubs make like $13 million.
You think he's worth
in
that?
the NBA?
You think he's worth that?
Worth
not.
it and good contract are two different things.
He's not.
There hasn't been anybody. I won't knock it because there hasn't been anybody since they signed him that's like really throw the money at.
You could get rid of him.
That's a good
but
Knicks
listen,
contract.
You could get rid of him. You could have put Obi Toppin in the same area that he's
100%.
at, and they would have been the same team.
Actually, I think slightly better because Obi opens up the offense, and I didn't want to get rid of Obi. I wanted to get rid of Randall,
Okay, so we got rid of Obi, which was our backup power forward, and then we signed
which is our
another
future.
guard, DeVincenzo.
I don't have a problem with that signing.
I have a problem because they have seven.
I want to
guards.
get
You just-
younger. I thought that we should have did something to move Randall and give Obi more time.
Whatever.
Well, obviously, Tibbs doesn't have a good relationship with Obi.
The moral of the story.
Obi's
is
going to be
that-
an all-star, by the way, in Indiana.
Moral of the story is that the Knicks and Knicks fans are insane.
No, we're not. We're just
we're
just starving for
Yeah,
Anything.
be
anything.
smart though. We gotta be smart.
You know what it was? It was a slow addiction, right? So I've been a Knicks fan since '91.
You're almost like a crackhead.
and in the
Never
'90s,
even got a hit.
and in the
Yeah.
'90s, we was hitting almost every year.
You got a little
Who?
taste.
Knicks,
But they didn't win.
we didn't win,
So that's not hitting.
bro. But we was a
We're
perennial
in the mix.
title contender. In
I
the
don't know. I'm a
90s.
Yankee fan. I do that. You got to win or it was a failed season. If you went to the World Series, nobody cares.
This is the thing
This is
about
a different
Yankee
standard,
fans.
bro.
I do
Like,
that with all my teams. I do that with my Patriots.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
let me
Like,
ask you a
yo,
question.
Are
a
you
front runner?
are you a
Buddy.
Warriors fan?
Are you a
too?
Lakers fan?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
But it just doesn't make sense to me. Why celebrate you didn't win it?
Caba, let me tell you
that's
this.
what I've
As
been
a person who's a fan of the Mets and the Knicks, getting to the playoffs is a celebration.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's your conditioning.
But when I started as a Knicks fan, we were in the playoffs every year. So I was already conditioned to be in the playoffs. Every year I was like, we were in Eastern Conference Finals, semi-conference finals. Like, we're there. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. MJ retired, 94. It should have been a Knicks chip.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. We didn't win. I don't know why we let the Magic get to the 95 finals, and then MJ came back and he shut it right back down. But in the 90s, the Knicks were there every year. And then the 2000s hit. And I got Marbury and Steve Francis in the backcourt. I got David Lee and what's his
Those
name?
weren't good
That I-
teams, man.
None of
Yeah.
these teams were good. We signed Eddie Curry to a massive deal. Phil Jackson destroyed Melo's career here in New York and destroyed the Knicks possibly. Donnie Walsh was the only guy that I liked, that I thought that he had an idea of what to do to rebuild the Knicks. And what did we do? We let James Dolan make a call to Denver and bring Melo in. Or even though Melo was going to come and sign as a free agent. So we blew up a team that we didn't need to blow up.
Yep.
Donnie Walsh, I felt like, was on the right
Track.
Yeah.
It was.
He gave the money to Stoudemire. He took the risk on Stat. Stat was doing
He had
good.
no choice, by the way. He had no choice. He already knew that LeBron, Wade,
well,
and
none of those
Bosh
guys were
leaving.
going to come,
Yeah, that they
and
were
they
all
might have ended
ganging
up in
somewhere.
Chicago if it was a different scenario.
Yeah, but either way, the three were never going to go to New York. So
They
I think
weren't
his
coming
was
here.
almost, all right, let me just throw a little extra to secure.
But not only that, like, they got Gallo. They had a good coach
Great role
for
player.
that team. They got Felton.
Role player.
They had Chandler.
Role player.
Yep.
Yeah, but look at that Knicks team before.
But-
No,
Melo
I
came
get you.
over.
These are all great role
They were
players. They
putting-
just weren't starters.
They
But
were putting the
forced to
pieces
play
together,
starter.
and we had the money to sign a big free agent in the offseason.
What you're trying to say is that if we would have just waited, signed Melo
Yes.
to that team, there would have been a way better team. He would have been in a way better situation.
100%. Melo
is
would have had a
100% true, yeah.
veteran point guard, because anytime Melo had a veteran point guard, he made a deep run in the playoffs.
I
But-
also,
Go
I
ahead.
also think that year, because remember that year before they traded for Melo, they had Stat, and he was going for MVP that year.
Crazy. He was going crazy.
If they don't make that trade, I think Stat wins MVP. Who cares if the Knicks don't make it past the first round? But
It
now,
makes the Knicks relevant again.
yes, and not only that, it makes it a destination for free agents that year, and then you get to talk with Melo. Whoever
Yep.
made that call, if it is ultimately Dolan, is
Melo
a fucking
was-
bonehead.
Was
Yep.
coming to New York no matter what.
So you just went through the last 20 years of Knicks.
I didn't even go through.
You didn't
the
even
whole-
go. You went through
I didn't
17
talk about
years.
McGrady. I didn't talk about
Tracy McGrady that was here for like a year and a half.
McGrady's best game as a Knick was his first game. I didn't talk about all
I
those.
was so hyped when we got Tracy McGrady.
I just wanted to
That's
see
so
McGrady's name
depressing.
on a Knicks jersey. That's how delusional I've been for. And
What
then,
about Penny Hardaway?
Oh, that was
T Mac is in the conversation with Melo.
that was
T Mac, yeah.
T-Mac's probably the greatest one-on-one player ever.
Joe
The-
Johnson is up there.
ISO
T
Joe.
Mac is a beast.
I love ISO Joe.
I don't know about Joe Johnson.
You
no.
said Anthony Hardaway.
So Joe,
Damn,
when
there
you
was
need
a ton of
when you need a
players.
game winner, it's going to
That's
Joe.
true though.
There's been damn. There was just
Hot
so many
Atlanta.
players that came to the Knicks that I was like, oh,
Past their prime.
You remember Al Harrington? He did his thing here.
Yeah.
Tim Thomas did something.
Tim Thomas.
Kurt Thomas deserves all the respect in the world.
What's that dude's name? Quincy.
Oh, Quinn
Hugh
Richardson.
Rich.
Hugh Rich.
Yo.
He was all right, you know.
Quinn Richardson was nice when
He was nice.
yeah, he was all right.
He was all right, you know. David Lee was the guy, though, for me. I felt like we
Yeah.
did a great job
Nate
drafting
Robinson.
him. Nate was good. That was like there was some sparks there that like I was tuned in. That draft we also got when we got Wilson Chandler too. Remember
Yeah.
around the same time.
Yeah,
You
you guys
know-
kind of built that whole after that trade with Melo. Literally, the whole entire Nuggets team was just the starters of the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yep. We sent Timothy Mozgov, Wilson Chandler, Danilo Gallinari,
And they
picks,
Denver got fat off of our picks too.
and Raymond Felton. Felton was part of that trade, right?
Yeah. What's the name of the point guard and
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. That was a Knicks pick.
So is all the guys I just mentioned plus Jamal Murray.
Yeah. Makes you a little depressed, huh?
Let's move on, man. Let's move on. Let's talk about the next thing. I mentioned the Giants Super Bowl. Avid Giants fan. Where NFL season is here. Currently, we're
Trash.
week 8. We just passed week 8. Giants.
Giants are trash.
I'll tell you this.
We
much.
got no hope. We need to lose the rest of the
Tank for
games.
Caleb.
We got a tank for Caleb.
Tank for Caleb. Trade all
Or
these
Drake
high
May.
priced. I would try to trade Danny Dimes if I could.
Of course. We need a quarterback, bro.
We just traded Caleb. We just traded Leonard Williams to the Seahawks
I saw that. Who we got?
for a second rounder and a 5th rounder this year.
All right.
A second rounder, that's going to be something good,
Hopefully.
and a 5th rounder, and we got rid of that money.
Yeah, but we need a quarterback, man.
We just got to keep
We need a
Lawrence
quarterback.
and Thibodeau in the defense. What's his name?
Well,
I like our rookie, Banks, Deontay Banks. He looks pretty good.
okay.
I like our defense.
Now we need an offensive line
We need an O-line,
and we need a quarterback that can actually play football
Caleb Williams,
because
with Jalen Hyatt
your boy is not it.
and Waller.
Your boy is not
He's
it.
definitely not it when
Danny No Dimes.
Tyrod
Dude is
Taylor comes in
trash.
and he starts moving the ball way better than
I've been
Danny
saying it since the beginning of time, bro. And you know this, that I said we shouldn't have drafted Daniel Jones. We should have gave Eli one more year because that was a trash quarterback draft.
Okay.
We got desperate, drafted Danny Dimes with a 6th pick. Crazy. Then the next
Out of
year
Duke.
we could have
in
signed
hindsight, yeah, that is crazy. 6th pick.
yo.
out of Duke.
Yo,
Not
we
a
could have
great
gave
football
Eli
program.
one more year, been trash. Who cares? It's Eli. Then we
Whoa.
draft. What? It doesn't matter.
Don't disrespect my boy.
All right.
No, but it was.
We
at the
would've
end
got
of
a top
his-
10 pick.
Yeah, it was at the end of his career. So
yeah,
who
it was,
cares?
yeah, it's fine.
We should have never benched him.
We would have had a
And let him
top.
play.
We would have had a top 10 pick.
Okay.
We would have had either
Burrow. Is this the Burrow draft?
Burrow, Lawrence, or Tua. We would have got one of the three. Instead, we're stuck with Danny Dimes.
Joe Burrow.
I don't know
would've
why
been a
we keep
nice-
calling him Danny Dimes. I'm going to stop calling him that. Daniel Jones. We're
Danny
stuck with
Dimes.
Daniel. No, don't call him that, bro.
The future.
He's the future plumber somewhere. The dude is a bum.
I mean, we need an O-line. Offensively, I think Saquon could still do his thing. I would draft a running back this upcoming draft.
What?
I like Jalen
In the
Hyatt.
last pick, right? The last pick of the draft?
It doesn't
Second
matter.
running-
Just
okay,
somewhere.
okay.
Not first round. No. I'm just saying, like, pieces I feel like we need for the offense. O-line, for sure. Quarterback, for sure.
Saquon's probably gone after this year.
I think since, you know what tells me they're going to commit to him a year or two, just a year or two,
Yeah.
is the fact that they won't trade him right now.
You know what I was thinking?
And the fact that every time he's injured and not playing, the offense looks terrible is another telltale sign for them. And I think they realize that when he comes back, Tyrod Taylor gets put in, and all of a sudden the offense looks a little bit better than it did before.
You know what I was thinking?
And Tyrod Taylor, by the way, way better than Daniel Jones
He's
in
a
our
good
offense.
Quarterback, dude.
In our
He's a
offense.
decent quarterback.
He's got a nice arm. He looked very good in our offense with no line, by the way, because Andrew Thomas didn't play,
Okay.
so he didn't have like proper
Well,
protection.
he's gone, so who knows if he's gonna come back?
He's day to day. Jones is coming back next week,
God help us.
but I want to tank the rest of the season.
Me
I want to
too.
play
Me too.
like close games, but I want to lose.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
I want to lose.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to be like it's saying like, oh, we could have
Yeah.
got this win
Yeah.
and lose.
Dude, I was
Like this Jets game.
I was watching the game in the bar yesterday.
Yeah.
When they lost, I was so hyped. I'm a Giants fan, and I was like, I don't know why these Giants fans are rooting for
I
the
did not
Giants
wanna
to
win.
win this game.
It would have been awful. We would have won.
We need a quarterback. Not only that, you know what I think the Giants are gonna do?
What?
You know they have an opt out of his. They can opt out his contract after the next year, right?
Danny Dimes, yeah. It's essentially a 2-year deal. This year,
Yeah,
next
yeah.
year.
So I think they tank this year, draft a quarterback.
Archie Manning.
Yeah, here we go.
Ah!
nah,
Yo.
nah. So we tank this year, right? We get a quarterback.
I honestly feel they're watching.
We
Manning.
get a quarterback. We let that quarterback. He's gonna sit a few games. Then he's eventually gonna start.
We're gonna draft
we-
Manning.
What
We
isn't
signed
he's
Saquon.
a freshman, right?
In Tennessee.
He's a true freshman right now. He's in Texas.
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 He hasn't even started in a game, dude.
He's coming.
2 years. He's coming.
He's coming.
That'll be
Nah.
a dope storyline.
Cooper's son is coming.
To come to the Giants.
Looks exactly like
Manning.
Eli, actually.
Yeah. He's coming.
Just more athletic.
So, what if we have that pick for Caleb?
We draft Caleb.
And then
Apparently, this kid is the next coming of Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. That's what everybody holds him up to. It's crazy.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is like the Steph Curry now. Like we're gonna keep seeing that in the upcoming years. You know, the side throwing and scrambling out of the
Yeah.
pocket and not actually breaking loose, but precision passing and stuff.
Yep.
That's gonna be the new archetype for.
I mean,
your
Mahomes
And
is-
apparently, that's Caleb Williams. That's his style. So we'll see
But
if
you
this
still
kid's
gotta protect.
if he's it. Drake May is good too.
You guys got a lot of stuff to address.
Like, but we need a lot of things too.
I mean,
but
we got.
it does start with a quarterback.
yeah,
I think we need an
Well,
O-line
that-
and a quarterback.
with the actual good quarterback comes hope.
Yeah.
Right now, there is no hope.
You think that's still the most important position in sports?
100%.
The quarterback? Oh
Yeah.
my God. It doesn't even like look at the Jets. They get Rodgers this offseason. I'm a Giants fan, but I really wanted to see
I wanted to see
So
it
did
so
I.
what
bad.
Rodgers
Yeah,
could
yeah.
do with
Yeah.
that
As
team.
a Patriot fan, I wanted to see that.
Yeah,
Everybody
crazy.
in the world was like, shit, he's on the Jets. If they had a regular quarterback, they would have been a playoff team last year.
right.
With Rodgers last season, which
Right.
was a down year for him.
Right, which was still a good year.
It was a solid year for any other quarterback.
Right.
You take Kirk Cousins out of Minnesota and put him in the Jets. Jets are a good team.
Yeah. Jets are a good team
Remember, I
now.
had talked to you about that. I was like, "Do you want that trade?" But now he's hurt. He was leading the league in yards, I believe.
Kirk Cousins was playing his best football before he got hurt.
He also
Any
has two of the
other
best
quarterback.
receivers.
He's the best mediocre quarterback I've ever seen ever in life.
100%.
Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
But he's clutch.
Just whatever you want to call him, he is,
has
yeah.
that gene, though.
Is
No,
he?
yeah,
He
is.
has that Eli Manning gene, bro.
does.
I
I
swear
feel
to
like
God.
I'm not
that's
gonna-
this is why I love Eli Manning so much, right? He's not like his brother. He's not gonna outdo you in the play in the regular season, but come playoff time, that man is on.
I was about to say Eli Manning's the best mediocre quarterback of all time.
He's the greatest mediocre. I'll take Eli any day. If I'm all right, we're in week 14. Eli's my quarterback, and I know I'm going to the playoffs. I'll take it.
I'm good.
I'll take it.
Well, we've seen it twice.
I'll take it. I know what kind of run he could go
Wait,
on.
say that again. If it was,
We're in week 14. The spot is solidified for the playoffs, and Eli Manning's coming into the squad. I'll take it.
over who else is the other options?
Anybody.
So what Eli has done in 2 years would be better than
Any other
how many years
quarterback.
did Eli play?
A lot.
I think he played, don't quote me, I think it's 18 seasons.
Okay, so while I'm checking
Wait,
that,
2004?
And I think he has does he have the longest starting spree?
yeah, consecutive starts.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I think we have to double check it. Because I know they
He
broke
played
it when they started
16
Geno.
seasons.
16 seasons.
Yeah. He did have some crazy record when that was going.
Yeah.
But
then
I'm
they
saying
had
so
Geno.
He wouldn't.
his 2 successful playoff runs in his 16 years.
No,
you
look
would
at his
take-
playoff record, bro.
You would take over
Any quarterback.
any quarterback in
Even
the
Brady.
playoffs.
Come on,
Okay.
dude.
I just got to make
Now
sure
you're
I heard
saying
the hot
crazy
take.
things
I
again.
have to
Even
make
Brady.
sure I get the
Now
hot
you-
take.
No.
Yo.
I'm gonna give you. You know why?
You trying to get the hot take off the
What's
ground?
Brady's knock? Right? If
That he
if
lost
gets
to
hit,
Eli.
He can't
no,
scramble.
no. That if he gets hit,
Oh, you hit him.
you
That
hit him as
he
much
could-
as you can. You put your hands on that anytime,
Yeah.
bro.
Only the-
Eli Manning against the Niners in 2011. I've
He got
never
sacked 9
seen a
times.
quarterback get hit so. And I'm not talking about like little sack where you put the quarterback down. 9. He says 9. I think it is 9 sacks. But look at
I think
these
it's
9.
9.
Vicious sacks by the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm with you. That's why he started wearing that big ass helmet at the end of his career.
He had to.
Yeah. I've never seen a dude get sacked, get up, and still, well, I'm going next.
And that just put it over for you than
That
any other
performance.
quarterback. in
Brady
that run.
did
world.
not.
Brady went to the,
Brady
to the
did
Super
not
Bowl how many
break-
times? Like 10
Yes.
out of 20?
Yeah.
And you
He
wouldn't
also-
take him over the 2 times that Eli, because
Nope.
the 49ers one was still one of the years that he beat Brady, right?
Yes.
So that's still the same
2011.
year.
I still wouldn't take. Brady's thing is
You wouldn't take Aaron Rodgers the year they won?
Philly. No, because Aaron only won it once.
Yeah, but
I
we're
feel
talking
like
about
you
one
just-
quarterback. You're talking about
I'm telling
Eli
you.
only won it twice. Brady
Playoff.
won it.
Look, can we
how
look
many?
up Eli Manning's playoff performance? Matter of fact, I want to put it on the screen now. That's
He
how.
put- just
That's
put the
how
game.
wild I am.
Just let the game rock right
I'm
here,
just
dude.
telling you.
We'll
His-
never ever show Eli Manning playoff highlights on this
I
pod.
just want his
You gotta do
playoff
the
stats.
Don't worry, guys.
highlights.
It's not happening.
He was playoff elite.
I don't. He had 2 good
Brady-
playoff runs, dude.
Brady.
And I'm a Giants fan.
Brady.
You know what you're
Brady
doing
got
right
hit.
now, man?
What?
I'm a Giants and a Knicks fan, and you
Mm-hmm.
have me fighting against them.
I'm telling you. Eli Manning
So
possibly.
Eli's never won a playoff game besides the 2 years that they actually won it all.
Elite.
He's elite.
He's elite.
He's elite. First of all, what you're not taking into calculation is he's never had an offensive line. That's the first thing.
Listen, I didn't say anything. I was just letting you know why
The
you
We
had
man-
had a
stats
good
here.
offensive line those years.
When?
The years that we
When?
went to the Super Bowl, we had a good offensive line.
It was decent. It wasn't the best.
Best
But we
defense.
had a good
And then the last
offensive
6
line.
years of his career, there was no O-line. It was just like a turnstile. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
you guys didn't
y'all
go,
want your sacks numbers, come get it.
y'all didn't
He
go
got
anywhere.
sacked 9 times in 2011.
Yeah,
You're saying we had a good O-line?
That was one of the best defenses in the league, the 49ers.
Yep. And that
Brady
all happened only one game.
that would happen with Brady. Brady 9 sacks. That's an automatic loss.
Well, I
And
don't know.
isn't Tom Brady
you sack
the
anybody
greatest?
9 times?
Hold
it's
on a
almost
second.
all
Tom
automatic
Brady,
loss.
greatest quarterback, modern living right now in the playoffs. Isn't it Brady?
Okay. Yes, 100%.
Okay, Eli took that type of punishment and still won, and then he went and beat Brady twice.
Okay, hold on, because now I got some interesting stats because you were wrong.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
So Eli, the 2 years that Eli made it all the way,
Mm-hmm.
he was sacked 9 times and then 11 times. Right? So that is a lot. That's a hell of
lot.
That's
a
a hell
lot.
of a beating for a playoff.
Yeah.
That's
run.
a lot of sacks, bro.
So it made me curious to check Tom Brady's.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
You know, this is a way longer list than just 2 numbers.
Yeah.
So we got 5, 7.
No. Wait. Eli got sacked 9 times against the Niners.
And then 11. No. That was the total for the playoffs that I read you.
Yeah, but he got sacked 9 times just in one game against
Okay.
the 49ers.
But that's okay. He got sacked that one game. He didn't get touched for the rest of the playoffs. So that's
All
fine.
right, here we go.
Okay. It proves
So-
your point about the O-line.
5, 7, 4, 4, 8, 5, 4, 4, 9, 4,
my point.
6, 7.
Proves my point.
How does that prove your point?
Bro,
Yeah.
Eli got sacked
Eli
8,
got sacked-
9,
hold on.
11 times.
So Eli got sacked 20 times in the playoffs in a span of 16 years. Tom Brady has been sacked.
No, Caba. You're doing total. I'm doing per, right? If
I
Eli
read you all
got
the
sacked
pers.
9, hold on. If
Brady has one here
What's
too.
Brady-
That's also 9.
9.
Okay.
What year was that? What year
was that?
He got sacked 9 in 2015.
Did he win the Super Bowl?
and
2015.
8 in 2007. That was against the Giants.
Okay, that's because we made
There it is.
We made the recipe first of all on Brady. Was the other year? Was it the Philly one?
2016. Yeah.
Philly Super Bowl.
I don't know.
That was
It
That
has
is-
to be the Philly Super Bowl. When
that
did Philly win the
is-
Super Bowl?
That is Atlanta.
18.
That's the year we beat Atlanta.
And I've
So
always
the greatest
Hold on.
comeback in history
wait.
is
Before
one of
you
the
say
times
anything,
that Brady kept getting
before
cracked.
you say anything, I always give Brady credit for that Super Bowl.
But you
'cause-
just said that when he gets hit, he doesn't.
He
turn.
doesn't.
But he just did it
But I'll tell you, after
in
the
the best
first
comeback
quarter,
in Super Bowl history.
it was okay. How many?
He was down 28 to
How many
3.
sacks? How many sacks? Compared to
5.
That was a
He got
terribly.
5 in that game.
That was also a terribly
compared to
managed game.
Eli's 11
What? He
or
wasn't
8
sacked
and
11
9
in
in
that
one
one
game?
game.
in
Oh yeah,
the
he got
Niners
9.
game.
He got 9. That I'm gonna double check that one, but we're doing too many stat checks.
There's a lot of stat
I'm
checks
just,
going
but
on
I
right
just,
now.
I just want to. I
lot of
want.
stat checks,
I want
dude.
the audience to form their own opinion.
Yeah, but
Right?
you can't
I don't
feed
know,
them
you're
false
super biased,
information.
It's not false information.
Yes, it
We're
is. You're just
verifying
throwing
this
out
shit. We
wrong
are
stuff.
verifying this shit. That's all I'm saying.
That's what happens in the Rick H show. You got to verify.
You
stuff.
gotta
Gotta
verify.
Rick's sports takes when it comes to New York
Dude is
teams.
wild.
Yo, I'm
This is the
sorry.
you have the craziest takes,
I am
bro.
a Knicks, Mets,
You don't have to apologize. Everybody
Rangers,
knows.
Giants fan. So my point might be a little bit biased, but his performance in the playoffs, second to none for me.
All right.
That's fine.
And Philly, all they did was they mimicked us. Am I wrong or am I right?
Yeah.
But that wasn't your original point. That's why we don't agree.
My
we don't
original
disagree
point.
with that.
My original point is you gave me Brady's number.
You said Brady. You would take
One time
You
Brady
said
got
you
hit.
would take Eli Manning
Over
over
any
Tom
quarterback.
Brady.
You said if the-
any playoff run,
You
I'll
said
I'll take Manning over Brady.
this, and I asked you that includes every quarterback ever, right? Like Joe
Yes.
Montana, even
No.
Patrick Mahomes.
Any quarterback.
Yo.
Okay, got you.
Any quarterback.
That's exactly why your team loses because they hire people like you to coach them.
Any quarterback ever. I'll
crazy.
take
I
Eli
feel
over Brady.
Yo, it's people like you that the Knicks Knicks hire and
Hire
Giants
me.
hire.
Hire me.
You're
you
on their
would do
list.
terrible.
Hire me.
You'd be so bad,
Bro,
as a
you don't
GM.
think I would take this job serious? I wouldn't fall in love with the players. That's
Are
the
you
problem.
crazy?
I'm
You
speaking
wouldn't
as a
fall in
fan
love
right
with the
now.
player, you
I'm
liar.
speaking as a fan right
You just
now.
said Eli Manning is better than Tom Brady.
He is. He has 2 Super Bowls.
That's how you
to
get the
prove it.
job.
That's
Just like that. That's how you get the job.
He is.
Delusional?
He has 2 Super Bowls
Check.
to prove it.
you said I don't fall in love with players.
I don't.
And then I asked you if Eli Manning is better than Tom Brady, and you said yes with a
Yeah.
straight face.
Yes, 100%.
Real quick,
That's crazy.
can I get your top 5 favorite quarterbacks? No, it don't have to be like the best. Just your top 5 favorite quarterbacks.
To watch, I've always loved, and I'm talking about players that I've watched. I'm not gonna say
yeah.
like
Your
Marino
personal
or none of-
favorites. No.
So, to me, I'm gonna say Peyton's 1.
Okay.
Rodgers is 2. This is to me.
All right.
Peyton 1, Rodgers 2.
It doesn't have to go in order.
It's just not in order. So
No,
I can tell you the names.
I
the
feel
problem
the
is-
Brady
The
hate
problem is the
boiling
order.
right
The
now.
problem is the order. But I'll tell you right now. For me, no specific order. I have to put that disclaimer. I'm gonna say Peyton. I'm going to say Rodgers. These are quarterbacks I saw. I'm going to say Drew Brees. I'm going to say Eli Manning, and I'm going to say Tom Brady.
Oh, okay.
He
Those
say
are the
Tom.
five.
He say Tom for last on
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
Take out Eli and put probably like Michael Vick
Over Eli Manning?
for favorite people to watch. You didn't like watching Michael
Yo,
Vick?
Vic was a beast.
Did you
I'll-
seriously, besides those
Wait,
2
wait,
runs,
wait,
did you
wait,
seriously
wait.
enjoy watching Eli play football?
I did.
Was it comedic to you? Is that why?
That's because
No, I did. But you know who also I enjoyed watching? And you didn't even, and Donovan McNabb.
Yep, he would have been
Yo,
up there for
fire.
me too.
I really, like, honestly, like, I hate Philly. I hate the Cowboys. I hate all those teams. But I thought Donovan McNabb, and you mentioned Vic, but I think McNabb was before Vic.
they were around the same time.
Yeah, McNabb brought Vic after the suspension to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And then Vic wound up replacing him.
Yeah, but I've always thought McNabb was a good, complete quarterback.
Yeah.
I just didn't think he had that. If you could have
was
McNabb
a
and
choke
Eli
artist.
have sex.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So if McNabb and Eli could have sex, right? McNabb had what Eli didn't. He had athleticism. He could move in the pocket, and he had a nice little arm.
It would've
Eli
been
had
easier-
pocket presence, and he was a quarterback. If we can make those 2 have sex and have a child, then that would be the perfect quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes. Half black, half white.
Yo, maybe
No, yeah,
that's
Mc-
Mahomes'
that's
parents.
McNabb needed the clutch gene.
Yeah.
He didn't have that.
Yo, it's
Dude was
crazy
throwing up
to
in the
me.
Super Bowl in the sideline.
That's what I was about to mention right now.
He was
It's
mad nervous.
crazy to me that like T.O. was playing on one leg
Mm.
and this dude disappeared.
Different though. T.O.'s a different type of beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And I
T.O.
think
is still out there
we
doing
got-
it, bro.
Yep.
we got robbed of T.O.'s actual like prowess as a football player.
T.O.
Yep.
could probably still play
Ochocinco,
for
too.
some team.
Oh
Ochocinco
my
too,
God,
Ochocinco
that was
wasted his
another
career.
Yeah.
animal.
Ochocinco is a beast.
And OBJ, I felt like OBJ.
but he tore
But that was
his ACL like
injuries.
7 times.
Yeah, that was injuries. Those other
Yeah,
guys, it
but-
was situational stuff.
I think the most gifted receiver I've ever saw.
It was Reggie Moss.
Randy Moss.
Randy.
Moss. I said Reggie, yeah.
Moss, yes, but I'm talking about like I went to a preseason game where I saw Manning, OBJ,
You're gonna say Plexico Barris.
and Barkley, and I was just like, wow, OBJ and Barkley on the same team. To me, Barkley's probably one of like the best running backs I've ever seen personally with my eyes.
Mm.
Yes, I saw Barry Sanders, but I didn't know what that was when I was a little kid. But Barkley to me and LaDainian Tomlinson to me have always been my favorite backs. LT.
Yo, he was a beast.
So
Sean Alexander was a beast.
Sean
There
Alexander
was
was
a
cool.
bunch of like the
But he
thing is
fell
with
off.
yeah,
Dude,
but
yeah.
with running backs after like 30, they all fall off. Dude.
Nah, I think that was the Madden curse.
You
But I
think
love
so?
it is the
Yeah.
manicure. Sean Alexander won the MVP
Pey-
and then he was
Yep.
on the cover.
What's the
Peyton
kid
Hillis.
what's the kid that was in the Rams?
Peyton Hillis was on the Browns. He got it 1 year. He disappeared.
Yeah. What's
The
the kid that
Rams?
was on the Rams?
Oh, Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen somebody be so good
He
for
was
so
an
many
animal.
years and then just drop off.
Yeah, and one offseason.
In one offseason,
Yep.
just drop.
I mean, that's
And
always,
he's only like 32.
that's always been a position I've always loved. And I thought that Ezekiel Elliott was something out of this world. And I always felt that the Cowboys didn't use him the right way.
Nah.
And that's
Gotta stop
insane
eating
to
them
me.
burgers, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's him.
Yeah.
I look at him the same way. He could have been if he would have.
Zeke was
He's
just
you know?
still. I feel like he still could do it. He just needs to
Discipline.
He doesn't have any discipline,
Yeah.
bro.
Imagine if you could take
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Mamba
yeah.
mentality. I think that's what's
You
missing.
can't.
Wait.
Yeah, you just have it or you don't.
Exactly.
He's like Zion of football.
Exactly.
So if you could take the Mamba mentality and put that in Carmelo Anthony and get
Here
him
we
to play. Oh, hold on. I'm going to mention a couple players, right? The Mamba mentality, we put that in Melo. Where do you
Okay.
think Melo would be?
Hall of Famer, probably.
Still
he's
is.
already he's already Hall of
Yeah.
Famer.
No. But do you think he gets a title
No.
with the tenacity, the
He wasn't.
But
on
where?
any
Where would you
teams.
put him?
Yeah, there's
where?
no teams that he played
That
for that
team
would
He
have
when
hasn't
he
been in
played-
good enough teams, dude.
that team with the Knicks that they won that playoff series?
We were riddled with injuries, bro.
Don't go back to the Knicks. You have any
And let's-
football players?
yeah.
so
Give us some
football players.
Mamba mentality.
Mamba mentality football
Eli's
players.
Good. Eli's good.
Nah, he don't have the.
Chad-
Eli got the Mamba mentality, baby.
Chad Ochocinco,
Nah, he don't got it.
Terrell Owens.
He don't got. T.O. had his own mentality. It was something close to it, but it wasn't Mamba mentality.
Dude, it's
But I'm
crazy.
talking
Yeah,
about
he
the-
got that mentality.
Mamba mentality is Brady. I want to say
Jordan,
Peyton.
the original.
Peyton. No, I'm not going to basketball.
I wouldn't go into Peyton. I don't think Peyton.
I said I want to say
don't
Peyton
even
because
know
his
about-
ability
yeah.
to just read defenses and switch and audible constantly throughout his whole career.
Legendary.
To me, that was the
greatest.
quarterback version of Mamba mentality. This is how I take over the game
Mm.
strategically.
He was actually, to me, he was the first quarterback I saw that he was changing the plays at the
Yeah,
line.
he was
Yeah,
the
he
coach
was
on
the
the
offensive
field.
coach.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the offensive coordinator.
100%.
But the problem with him was he disappeared in the playoffs.
I think the
And
problem
he ran
with
into Brady every year.
exactly that's
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
problem.
I was
And
gonna say-
Belichick. And I think Bill Belichick had his number.
The problem was him exactly. Bill Belichick just
Disguising
knew how
the
to play.
coverages
He
and the
knew how to
blitzes.
play against him.
Defensive guru.
Yeah, and that's it. And I think Bill Belichick, he's feeling it now, bro. He was like, yo, he thought, oh, I did it with Matt Castle. I did it with the pretty boy from San Fran. I don't need
Garoppolo.
Brady like that. And then once Brady left, even last year,
Don't let
I
him
feel
get-
like he was feeling himself a little bit
Don't
last
let
year.
him get a QB, though. If he gets a QB,
We almost did it with Mac Jones first year.
don't,
Yeah, Matt Jones,
don't let
but
him get
I
a
Mac
feel
QB.
Jones
like,
even went to
I
the
feel
Pro
like
Bowl.
now he's feeling it. Like,
Wait,
oh,
wait,
maybe
wait.
Tom Brady was a little
No,
bit.
I don't think he's feeling it. I don't think he
he's
thinks
feeling
about
it.
Tom Brady like that.
I think
First
he
of all,
does.
nope.
I think he
I
does.
think he's
I think if he would have got
to me.
I think
outside of the Giants, if you ask me, Rick, what's a dream besides the Knicks winning a title? It would to see Belichick as the
You don't-
Giants
you
head
don't-
coach. I just want to say this, right? There's three things in my life I will never admit to, right? Eli Manning to me will always be elite. Alex Rodriguez will always be the greatest baseball player of all time.
you said that.
Wait.
you would never
I'll
admit
take
to.
that back. I'll walk that back. It's Barry Bonds to me, but A-Rod is my favorite player of all time. So to me, I'm biased when it comes to A-Rod.
With steroids?
What?
I was just curious. The poll for the guys that you picked took steroids.
First of all, they never failed the test.
They
They did fail a test.
Never
They
failed the
both
test.
failed, and one of them came out and publicly admitted it.
One admitted in public, they never failed a test. First of all, A-Rod failed an anonymous test. His name was never supposed to be brought up.
Yeah, but then he admitted it, so he failed the test.
He
and
admitted it. And actually,
But a bunch of people.
that
failed
wasn't even
test
on the
too.
Mitchell report. The way they called A-Rod was his name was on the doctor's.
Yeah, he came out to
His
try to get
doctors
ahead
and
of
then
it.
he
Mitch,
admitted
yo.
it.
To try to get ahead of
But
it.
A-Rod's the greatest of all time.
I'm not arguing. I just asked if
The best. I don't think he ever needed steroids.
Who's on your number 3 if those are
Barry
1 and 2?
Bonds. Is
Those
probably
are,
the
and then Carmelo is my is my weakness. So Melo, Eli, and A-Rod. Those are my. I'll forever live and die with.
That's
those
your
three
New
guys.
York trifecta.
This is my boys.
Who would
New
yours
York
be if you had to
boys.
pick one from each sport?
What from each sport?
Yeah.
Like guys that I loved, but I knew they never took me anywhere and they never did anything for me.
That's fucked
So
up.
Mike Piazza, because I'm a Mets fan. Eli Manning, he has a special place in my heart because
Eli gave us 2 rings.
he got
bro.
me 2 rings. And
2
to be
beautiful
honest,
Super Bowls.
if it wasn't for the Giants and winning those Super Bowls,
My
only
life would
God knows
mean
where my life
nothing.
would be right now.
It would mean nothing.
Nothing probably.
Because, I mean, the Rangers did get us a Stanley Cup, but that was 1994. That was way early on.
And Patrick Ewing.
So you got the New
Okay.
York.
Wait. So you're doing this the wrong way.
Well,
So for me, the 90s Knicks, I'll fight anybody in an argument.
you just said Melo, dude.
But I said controversial figures that I always die on. So that's
No,
A-Rod,
no. We were doing
Melo, and Eli.
your favorite player in all three sports.
Favorite player in all three sports is not even
And
like
baseball?
in baseball. It's not even a guy that people think of as like
Robin
a
Ventura.
GOAT, and it's Robin Ventura.
That's fine. I respect that. A real baseball savant would respect that.
That's my fucking guy. It's always been. Robin Ventura was a beast.
Mine, I'm always caught. I flip flop between Ichiro and Ken Griffey.
Those are,
In my personal opinion, I think Ichiro, if he would have somehow in a perfect world we transferred over his stats or he played his whole
came earlier.
in America, I think he by far is the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, Ichiro to me is the hit king. It's not Pete Rose to me.
Definitely
It's Ichiro.
greatest hitter of all time.
And then I
He
think
was so
Ken
much
Griffey's
more
the
than that.
greatest
His
natural
speed was-
gifted player ever.
He's probably the greatest leadoff hitter. He's one of
Yep.
the greatest gloves.
Yep.
For a skinny, small guy, he had a cannon.
And
Yep.
first of all, if Ichiro wanted to, he could have pitched.
Let's not get crazy, but I think if
No,
Ichiro
he could
wanted to,
have. No.
could've-
Wait.
he could have hit home run.
Ichiro
more
played
home
for the
runs.
Miami Marlins at the tail end of his career. Your boy was throwing 93 still.
I think he could have hit more like home runs if he wanted to.
And if he wanted to,
because he was such a great hitter. I don't know
Ichiro had
about
a cannon
pitching,
in
dude.
the outfield.
Cannon with accuracy.
Oh, of course.
So
But what's 92?
he was almost 40,
You're gonna
throwing
throw-
93,
Yeah, but that's
94.
like
gonna
saying,
throw
I'm
92.
pretty
Yeah.
sure Judge could throw 95. That don't mean he
Yeah.
could pitch.
No. But
You're gonna
the
throw
man
that
was
92
in his
down the
40s
middle-
throwing
down the middle.
90, almost 95.
Listen, I'm with you. Make my case for me. He's the greatest player of all time.
Bro, but you're going to throw – what was he going to do throwing 93 down the middle?
I'm not saying he was
He's going to throw
like,
a bunch of 93-mile-an-hour
Listen to me.
fastballs?
Bunch of two
all
seams.
I'm
I
saying
know.
is
What are you
if
doing,
the
bro?
dude wanted to, he
Pedro
could have been
threw
a good
two-seamer,
relief pitcher.
96 miles an hour. That shit went like this.
He could have been a good relief pitcher if he wanted to.
Come
Maybe.
on, dude. All right, let's move on from that.
We'll leave it.
He could have hit
All right,
more
I
home
got
runs.
you got it, bro.
But I think I respect those two picks.
You
The
got
greatest player of all time in baseball, let's just talk baseball, is Barry Bonds. By far none. I don't care what anybody has to say. Nobody's done what Barry's done, even before the roids,
Agreed.
even after the roids.
I got him top 3.
The man's incredible. Bonds is one. If Bonds wouldn't have existed, it would be his godfather, Willie Mays.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Agreed.
And then the next to me, the most talented player was A-Rod.
Yeah.
A-Rod could do everything.
Yep.
Steal, home run, power, average, everything. He was just missing one ingredient that Derek Jeter happened to have a surplus of, which was talent around him and something called a clutch gene.
Yeah.
All right, agree.
Yep.
You want to move on to
I'm moving on. But if you
Let's
want to
run
fight
through
me
these,
and argue with
baby.
me, I'll defend Eli, Melo, and A-Rod to the death.
I know.
By the way, my favorite Nick is Patrick Ewing and John Starks.
That's like your New York sports Mount Rushmore.
My New York sports realm, no. It wouldn't be all those guys.
It has
How?
to be
So why do you
Patrick-
defend them and then they're not
Ewing.
even
So
there?
how many people are on Mount Rushmore?
4.
Right? 4?
You already got Carmelo.
No, wait. No,
Carmelo-
Hold
stop.
on, no.
is not
After what
there.
we've just
Melo's
said for
not
the
there.
90s,
Melo's
not
not there.
there.
Melo's not there.
we've been recording.
Ewing
hold
is
on,
one.
hold on.
Go.
We've
Go ahead.
been recording for an hour 30 plus.
Yes.
And all for you to say right now to me that after everything you said about Carmelo Anthony, he's not on your fucking Mount Rushmore of New York athletes?
He's not. I'm going to give you them right now, and it's going to surprise you. And the last one's going to
Yo, if it surprise me, I'm gonna hit
last
you with
one's
the
gonna-
mic
If
over the
Eli's
head,
not on
dude.
there either, this episode is over.
Wait.
I'm walking out.
This is going to surprise you. Number 1, to me, is Eli Manning.
Okay.
He delivered.
Okay.
2 is Pat Ewing.
Okay. I smell the Yankee hate, but okay.
Now that you said that, he's gonna add one.
2 is
Yeah.
Pat
You
Ewing.
shouldn't have said anything.
No. I told you my
And he's
fourth
gonna
one-
add the wrong one.
My 4th one is going to surprise you. I told you.
Bernie Williams.
Mariano Rivera.
No. So 3, I said basketball. I said football. Let's go with hockey. And I'm gonna throw to me, I must say he's gonna be
Lundqvist.
Lundqvist
Okay.
because he was around for most of the, and then Derek Jeter's number 4.
Who did you have there at number 4 before I said something about
No,
the
no,
Before
Yankees?
you said something
no,
about the
no,
Yankees.
because before you said anything, I said number 4 is gonna
What
surprise
were
you.
you gonna?
And you know why
I'm
I
blowing
put
up your spot. Off camera, all you do is throw Jeter hate just because you love A-Rod.
no. I do, but I'm gonna give you some things that I've always thought. First of all, Jeter and A-Rod were 2 different players, 2 different commodities. Like A-Rod was the power 5-tool player. Jeter was a contact, RBI, leadership type of player, and he had a clutch gene. Why Jeter's there is, first of all, the 5 rings. That's obvious. Second of all, 20 years with the Yankees. Third of all, the 3,000 hits. Fourth, just the way the guy led, right? Even his own team never respected him. And I shitted on the Yankees for never paying him appropriately. Still to this day, they never paid that man what he was worth to that franchise. I think, yes, it helped him that he was a Yankee. And I think A-Rod was wrong in that article when he said, oh, he's winning because he has a good support cast and because he's in the Yankees.
That was
yes,
hating.
it helped him.
That was a little hate.
A-Rod was hating.
That was hate, but it's
A-Rod
kinda
was
true.
hating.
No, it was true, but you're not supposed to say it.
But you're not
Yeah.
supposed to say that. Especially if
if
that's your boy.
Yeah.
A-Rod was hating. But I think what he did in that uniform elevated that team to another stratosphere. And I think that if you look at players that are playing right now, a lot of them were influenced by him. And just the stuff he did in the playoffs, like just the shit with Oakland, he's at shortstop. And Jason Giambi's brothers, I forgot his name.
Jeremy.
Jeremy Giambi's running to score. Jeter intercepts the ball and flips it. Like, that's not shit that's done every day. Or the game against Boston when he flipped into the stands, broke his fucking face to catch a foul ball.
Yeah.
There's just this shit that the jump throw that he perfected. There's things that he did. And just for 20 years, he only wore that one uniform. And he did it the best way. Like, if I was to tell my son, this is baseball.
Whoa.
Hold on. This is baseball, and you kind of have to carry yourself a certain way, I would point to him first.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm saying he's going to shock
traitor, dude.
you. It's not a traitor. It's
Absolutely.
just,
What a traitor.
I'm just
respect
giving
it.
the man his dues. Now, in my eyes, I still think A-Rod's a better player than him.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
100%. 100%. Yeah, you
Wow.
can't
So
knock that.
I told you it was going to surprise you.
You gave Jeter his flowers, huh?
I did. But it's over now.
I lost
so
a little bit of
fuck Jeter.
respect for you, bro.
So you
Oh,
had
okay. It's back. We're back, baby.
so you had Jeter, Eli, Patrick Ewing,
And
and
Lundqvist. Henry
Yep.
Lundqvist.
Who you got?
That sounds good.
New York.
No, that's good.
That's who you taking?
Yeah. Except,
Eli.
You will move the baseball player?
Nah, I'd move.
oh no,
I'd move Ewing.
No, I wouldn't move Ewing. You can't
I'd
move
move
Ewing.
Ewing.
Who from basketball you would put though?
For me,
No, yeah, like
Well, he's a Nets fan,
Besides-
so it might be different.
Patrick
I'm
Ewing.
putting Jason Kidd maybe.
Nah, you can't put Jason Kidd.
The
'cause
duration
that's
of time.
Jersey,
that's-
bro.
Yeah, it's just,
That's New Jersey. He was a New Jersey Net. He was not a Brooklyn Net.
So we're not doing Tri-State. You can't let me rock with Tri-State.
I gotta say something.
So then I would double
Fuck
up on
Jersey,
baseball.
dude.
I wouldn't put no Knicks. Honestly, and this is not being a Knicks hater.
Are you being a Knicks hater?
No,
right now?
I'm not.
who
But
would you
Okay.
put?
I was born in 93. The Knicks haven't won since 72, 70, something like that, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I haven't seen no winning teams. So none of those teams impressed me.
Mm.
Wait, you were born. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were born in
None of
what
those
year?
teams impressed me. When you named your thing, one of the names that I had in my head was Mike Piazza. I thought you were going to say Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
No,
I'm like-
absolutely not.
Mike Piazza's great.
He was a good Met, but I
They
don't
didn't
think
do- they
he's
didn't do
an
nothing.
all-time New York great.
Yeah. They didn't do nothing.
Mike Piazza is an all-time.
An
Yeah, yeah,
all-time
yeah.
New York great. He played
is.
He's an
7
all-time
seasons.
Met great. He's an all-time Met
Absolutely,
great.
A Met.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
give
yeah,
him
yeah.
his Met career, and he's on the Hall of Fame as a Met.
His name is
But-
big in the city, though.
Come on, dude.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't
His
say-
name is big
when
in
you
the
put.
city.
Bro,
And you're saying he's all-time Met great, right?
all-time Met great.
But he's not an all-time New York great. So the Nets are not from New York.
Absolutely not, because
The Mets are not from New York.
Listen to
What
me.
are bigger Met
I'll give you
names
3
right now?
Not Mets. I'll give you more.
No, it
Yankees.
has to be Mets. It has to be Mets. Because we're talking about Mets.
What you wouldn't put any
Dwight Gooden,
Mets-
Darryl Strawberry,
I put
Mike Piazza. Those all.
Doc and Darryl got a ring. That's a difference. That's
Keith
They
Hernandez.
weren't in the Mets as long
Keith
as
got a ring.
Piazza comes
Okay.
before
Piazza
Keith.
has seven.
they were
7 years
also
with the
on
Mets.
crack the whole time.
Yeah.
Jose Reyes and David Wright. I would put.
You would
No
put
way.
Jose and David Wright over Mike Piazza?
Yep,
David Wright wouldn't even get recognized on the New
Yo, are
York City
you
subway.
crazy?
bro. They lasted longer. They played better as Mets.
But that's not what we're talking about.
No.
We're talking about New York.
You're talking about
legends.
7 years.
He went to the World Series with the
One
Mets.
time, so did
okay.
David Wright.
How many? David Wright was trash, bro. And I'm a Mets fan.
7
David Wright
years-
was trash,
7
bro.
years in New York is plenty of time because I think that's how much Melo played here.
Melo played 7 years.
And
Look at that. And
everybody,
he's all-time great.
all-time
is he?
great.
Linsanity
all-time
played 12 games.
And he's
Damn.
one of the greatest.
Don't bring that up.
He should be on Mount Rushmore.
He's one of the
Yeah, there we go. I'm
there
taking
he
off
is.
Patrick Ewing and putting Jeremy Lin.
Yo, put Jeremy Lin in there. You
Yo,
gotta do Jeremy
the
Lin.
fact that I'll take the Jason Kidd. I won't take Jeremy Lin.
You gotta do Jeremy Lin. You gotta do Jason Kidd. You gotta do Darryl Strawberry. You got I don't care. Dude. Like, I don't get like
Piazza
this is
don't
crazy,
belong in
dude.
the Mount Rushmore of.
You
New York
said he's
sports.
not a New York all-time great, which is the craziest thing. And then I asked you,
This
so Mets.
Yo, this
Whoa,
Posada, this Rivera. Mets.
Listen.
There's not many
Stop.
choices with the Mets.
Stop.
There's not many
stop.
choices with
Okay,
the Mets.
stop. I asked you.
Carlos Beltran.
I asked you,
to
so
me.
Mets
wait.
are not
Carlos
New York,
Beltran,
and you said no.
Carlos Beltran to me.
So are you a Yankee fan?
I'm a Mets fan.
You're a Yankee fan.
Yo, give me Beltran's
Dude.
years and numbers with the Mets.
You're a Yankee fan, dude.
And compare him with fucking
Carlos
Piazza.
Beltran? What has he done for the Mets?
Bro,
Nothing.
Beltran played. He was great for us for a long time.
Dude, after this, we're going to fight.
We're going to fight right here.
Like right here. We're going
Right
to fight.
here.
Right here.
So in 4 New York sports figures, you would
Yo.
put Piazza in one of those 4?
I didn't say that. I said,
All
yeah,
right, then. No,
Piazza's-
that's my whole
he's an
argument to you.
all-time New York great.
All-time New York Mets great, not an all-time New York great.
York.
Mets great.
So there's no all-time New York
Mets great.
In the New York, there's no all-time New York Mets greats then.
Mets great. I just named you a couple. And
You said
Piazza's
Darryl
up there.
Strawberry and
Doc.
Doc Gooden.
Hernandez,
And Hernandez.
Piazza. I
You
named
said
you a couple.
Piazza.
You want to do
Yeah.
stats?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo.
So we're just gonna use their WAR stats. So that's everything tied in together. Mike Piazza, the only Mets that are ranked higher than him in history are Al Leiter, Keith Hernandez,
I didn't even mention Leiter.
John Matlock, Jose Reyes, Sid Fernandez, Edgar Alfonso, Carlos
Fonzie.
Beltran,
I love
Darryl Strawberry,
Beltran.
and Tom Seaver and DeGrom.
Ooh. All right, I got to walk it back. You just said 2 names there.
Seaver.
Seaver and DeGrom.
DeGrom.
Oh, my God. DeGrom probably had some of the best pitching seasons I've ever seen in
Yo,
my
that's true,
life.
man.
Besides
that
Pedro
guy.
Martinez. I kind of my it doesn't change my Mount Rushmore at all. But all-time Mets great, there's more than what I thought.
Yeah. You think
Thank you, Cabo.
I look at DeGrom the way I look at
Here you go.
Griffey. If Griffey wasn't hurt, I think he shatters all the records, and the baseball conversation is
Yeah, but Ken Griffey's numbers, even with
that's
the
that's what my
injuries,
Yeah,
that's
but
my
still
point.
out of this fucking
He
world.
missed about 2.5 seasons in his prime.
More than that.
So imagine if he would have got to play where he was
And he went
averaging
to a
45
bum-ass
home
team.
runs. DeGrom, if DeGrom was healthy, like you said, he's had probably the great. He probably would
He'd
be.
probably be one of the
DeGrom's-
greatest pitchers of all
DeGrom's
time.
He might be
first
the.
Cy Young
Yeah.
is compared to Pedro's 99 season, and Pedro's 99 season topped Bob Gibson's 69 season, and Bob Gibson's 69 season changed the course of baseball history because they lowered the mound because they believed
Yeah.
Gibson had an advantage over the hitters. So the year Gibson won that Cy Young, there was 2 players over 300, batting over 300. I think it's 2 players.
In what year?
Gibson's 68 season, 1968. There was only 2 players batting over 300, I think. And then when Gibson won the Cy Young, because Gibson was so dominant, they lowered the mound.
Yeah.
And then Pedro's They talk about this. This is frequent in baseball circles.
Nah, there was a couple people over 300. Pete
68.
Pete Rose batted 335.
Yeah, but
Pete
there,
Rose
it
next
wasn't. It
level.
wasn't. So if you look at the following 69 season, there was a lot more players. But Gibson's 68 season is compared to Pedro's 99 and DeGrom's first Cy Young, which I never remember because he didn't have like crazy wins. I just know his ERA was insane. The
That's
strikeouts
because
were insane.
Whenever he pitched, the Mets
wouldn't
would
score.
not hit.
Like Santana.
Yeah.
Johan Santana.
Johan Santana was a
Oh
monster.
my God, we wasted his prime here in New York.
That's another reason why I hate the Mets.
Stop. We're Mets fans. Stop doing
I'm a
that.
Mets
Stop
fan. I'm a
doing that.
Knicks
You
fan,
were
and I
in the
hate
World
them
Series that we
passionately.
lost.
Yeah. They break my heart. I'm tired of it.
I love the Knicks. Love the Mets.
I hate the Knicks. I hate the Mets.
I love the
I
Giants.
love the Giants.
I love the Giants.
I love them with a passion.
Which one of those four would you want to see win a championship?
The Knicks, 100%.
It's a drought.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's a drought. Even I hate the Knicks. I would want to just to see what happens in the city.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
I don't even know how people would react.
Yeah, I don't
think
know
at
what
this
I do.
point, we might be like Philadelphia and just start riots and shit.
I
have
dead ass
to.
will get a Knicks tattoo.
Yeah, see?
Yo,
You see what I mean?
immediately.
Same day, right there.
You see what I
Immediately.
mean?
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
I'm not gonna do the get the tattoo
The day before.
The
No,
day
you
before,
have to get it
game
right
7
there.
and shit, and then you're
No.
like regretting it.
Yeah, you got to do it right there. And I'm rioting. Whenever that happens,
Matter of
I'm
fact-
rioting.
Yeah.
Game 7 NBA Finals, Knicks are in the finals. I'm watching it from a tattoo parlor, and as soon as the clock hits 0-0 and we win the title,
And I'm smashing
you
the
lose-
window of that tattoo parlor.
That's what I was gonna say. And if you lose, you light it on fire. And
Exactly.
if you win, you light it on fire.
Exactly. Either way, this city is getting burned down to the ground.
I think that
God forbid the Knicks ever win.
Yeah, the bridges and everything will be shut down.
Full on madness.
Yeah.
I think the parade goes from Wash Heights all the way to Wall Street.
I think the parade goes until the
the
following
Bronx.
finals.
Yep.
Until the Knicks get eliminated the following season in the playoffs.
100%.
I don't think the Knicks make the playoffs next season because of the hangover they're gonna have.
And at
It's
least
just
two
gonna be
players
so
are going to
wild.
die because they're going to get killed. They're going to get trampled on their way out.
Yo, but Benny Banks is back. Are you
Yo.
gonna come back for more episodes?
I might.
All right, one last thing.
What's poppin'?
So Joe Smith, first pick in the NBA draft, 1995. Caba, fact check me. 1995, Joe Smith. He's married to a lady named Keisha Chevis, right?
Okay.
They've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, he just discovered she had an OnlyFans page.
Fire.
95 is correct.
95. I'm 2 for 2 so far. OnlyFans page
Fire.
for a couple of years without his permission. You're Joe Smith. How do you feel about that?
How much money is she making from the OnlyFans?
Well, she didn't talk about that. She used to be a porn star before they got
She
married.
used to be a porn star.
Yeah, she went under the
So
name
he should know this
Jasmine
already.
Penn Davis.
Agreed.
Jasmine Penn Davis.
Yeah.
If he didn't know that she had an OnlyFans and she used to be a porn star,
Mm-hmm.
because I saw the video you sent me.
It was
hilarious.
funny. It was
And she
hilarious.
was like, "Oh, you know how I was before." And I was like, so he knew how she was,
Yeah.
and he didn't think
Well, the
that
worst
she
part
would
of the
have a
video
OnlyFans?
is she says to him,
she was getting business done or something.
I had
She had to do what she
some
gotta do.
problems, some issues. You weren't solving them, so I went and solved them myself. And I'm pretty
Yo.
sure. Can we look up her earnings? Is there a website that shows you the earnings for OnlyFans models?
I don't.
That'd be a
know,
good
dog.
website.
I don't know if that's disclosed or not. I'll
It
double
should
check.
be.
But she
Is
probably
OnlyFans
makes,
a publicly traded company? I would invest.
put some
How
money
about-
in
Nah,
that.
I believe that's a private company.
Would you invest though, openly traded?
No, actually, because I heard that they're actually gonna take all those creators down now.
Why? What happened?
What?
OnlyFans is gonna actually turn it back into what it originally was, where it's just content, explicit content for your fans. Like they're
That-
not gonna be able to sell sex and stuff.
Like
oh,
a
they're
Patreon.
gonna lose a lot of
Yeah,
money.
they're gonna change it to like a Patreon type of thing.
That's
They're gonna lose a lot of money
a
on
bad
that one.
business venture.
I guess they're trying to compete with Patreon because Patreon's blowing up now.
Mm.
Yeah, but
They'll flip back. They'll flip back.
that's terrible. Patreon got their own lane. They're successful. You have your own. And I'm pretty sure they're making more money OnlyFans than Patreon at this point.
Well, some of the content creators, I'm assuming they're making a lot of
Dude,
money.
this OnlyFans has made a ton of millionaires.
Yeah, that's true.
A girl was selling fart jars.
Would
in
you do
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, for my feet.
Oh
100%.
yeah. Yo, there's another thing for that.
What?
It's like a foot fetish thing.
What?
Feet
Oh,
finder.
feet finder?
Feet finder? Yo,
I'm trying to make
I'm
some
trying
money.
to get in there.
I got
bro.
some weird feet, so
Yo, dudes like that.
there has to be a market for
Yo,
it.
you gotta paint your toenails and stuff like that.
I'm all for
Don't
it.
ask me how I know this.
I'm all for it.
Nah, but
Are you Sneak Feeks 86?
you buy my feet pics? Damn. Nah, but if he didn't know she had an OnlyFans, but if she's making money, whatever, bro. If you're not
Do you
making
have a problem with it?
So I want to shoot her some bail because I'm reading into the article. This is all allegedly because not all the facts and stuff came out,
I
but
kind of thought this was all scripted for the gram, but
it does.
thought?
That's what I also thought. Maybe he's just trying to get like a little promotion going and some
Oh, for
traction
her
for hers.
OnlyFans. Yeah.
Because it does say that, after being married for all this time, that
5
they
years,
were-
I think it was. Something
It
like
says they were spending a crazy amount of money, and right now his net worth is actually negative 100,000.
Negative 100,000.
So it seems
Wow.
like she might have, turned to OnlyFans to maybe try to make some money on the side for the family, and maybe that's what they're doing. Like
this is
trying to
100%
just-
scripted then.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
That's good for her then. And good for him. If he's not making Breddington, like, let her do what she got to do, man.
I think he's.
What's she doing? She's not boning
I
anybody.
think
in
Joe
the,
Smith's side
Is she
job.
boning anybody in the OnlyFans thing?
No, it's just her getting
It's
naked.
just her getting
doing
naked
all
and doing
the-
her thing?
Would you allow
I'm
your
good,
woman
dude.
to do that?
How much money is she making?
Let's say she's making $350,000 a year.
Are we married or are we dating?
Sign me up.
Married.
If we're dating, I have no problem. If she's making how much?
$350
A month? 350,000
a year.
a year?
Yeah,
And she's doing it by herself. Sign me up.
by herself.
Sign
No
me
sex,
I'm
just
good. I'm
naked
good with it
videos.
then.
And y'all married.
Just naked videos?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Come on, you go get a 6-pack, and then you say, "Hey, let me help you out with these."
All right.
Oh
videos.
shit, and I'll record for her too.
That's what
I'll give you this. I think that's what Joe Smith's doing. I'll give you this one. What about she's making over $1 million a year, but it's not by herself?
Oh wait, what's she doing? She's a porn star then.
Yeah.
Now you're just saying what I
Adam
marry
20.
a porn
Adam
star.
22. So let another plug.
I don't know.
No.
And I have nothing against porn stars.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't mind like dating a porn star, but like marrying a porn star, nah.
Caba, you and Lena 22. You and Adam 22. You're in his scenario. She's
That
making.
somebody's boning your wife after.
Well,
like,
Lena only boned one guy.
So $1 million, she brings in $1 million a year, and she's making OnlyFans content.
Well,
but
what's Lena's?
she's having sex with a guy.
What's Lena's?
she's a porn star basically.
Lena was an OnlyFans star / podcaster / YouTuber.
Yeah, but what's her network? What she's making pulling? I'm pretty sure it's public
Nah, she's.
a year.
I don't know how much she's pulling, but she's pulling in a lot more than anybody.
Because that
else we could
sex tape made 10 million.
Yeah, we can't compare
Yo,
it to
that made
anything
10
else.
mil.
Yeah. Wait,
Damn, that puts pressure
some
on her.
context. They got married. This sex tape was 5 weeks after the wedding or 4 weeks after the wedding. But he has slept with her and a ton of other women before that.
It says she earns about $3.6 million annually from OnlyFans.
Oof.
That's
But before that video, she's never made content with a man.
yeah.
Oh.
It's always been with a woman.
Ooh.
And they have a
I'm assuming that
pod together.
I'm
where
assuming that they had to have spoken about this like before they got married.
No, they have 100%.
So if you're good with how your girl's making money, and she's making that much money,
So 3.6 million. Benny, I want to do OnlyFans.
and you
I'm
boning one
projected,
dude.
I'm projected to make $3.6 million.
That was going to be my question. Is it the same guy throughout the year?
And it's one time, or is it
No, it's
multiple
just
times?
one guy, one time.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
3
that's
mil?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I thought she was making multiple content pieces.
And then
No,
she's
no.
probably gonna be like, "Yo, I'm gonna go over here real quick.
Mhm.
I'll do my thing." She doesn't have to know.
You're
though.
okay
Well,
with it. So
well,
you'll
yeah.
be Adam. Adam made
The
a
only
ton of money.
problem is that you got all these other dudes.
But you
on
don't know.
his-
So this is the problem. I'm gonna explain to him, Caba. She made the sex tape with what was the guy's name?
No, I know what
I
you're
forgot
talking
his name,
about. Some big brawly dude,
yeah.
and then like all his boys were clowning
with a
him and
huge
stuff.
penis.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
That was
dude.
wild.
That's crazy.
But to Joe Smith,
Yeah. So, are you okay with it?
I wouldn't be okay, but it's basically saying if somebody gave you 3.5 mil, would you to sleep with your wife one time? Would you take the money or?
what if she checks all the boxes? Like, is that let's say literally your dream?
Me personally,
she's
I
your
could
dream-
never
hold
get
on,
over
wait.
it.
Exactly.
Let me change the scenario. She's your dream woman. She literally checks every single box you could possibly ask for,
Okay.
right?
So my current scenario.
The only thing,
You like that?
so in that scenario, is cheating a deal breaker? Like, do you see, like, yo, if it's cheating,
in
that's
every
it.
scenario.
It's
cheating.
never,
I will never. I can't. I'm just. You
don't
call me
budge on
whatever
it.
you
That's
want.
your deal
Even for
breaker.
3.5
okay,
mil.
I'm with you.
Huh?
For 3.5 mil?
Money has nothing to do with. I can't do it. I won't be able to get over it. I feel like at that point in the
But you
relationship,
guys have
it's
the
over.
rest of your lives to deal with, bro.
Yeah, I respect it because I think
Would
I would be
you?
with you. No, I think I'm with you.
Yeah.
I would just walk out on it.
Dude, you could
But
change the woman. It could
the
be Salma
only-
Hayek for me, and I'll still be like, yo, you
Yeah.
cheated on me, Salma. It's over.
The only reason why I had asked that question is because there is people that would say, yeah, if they do that in porn or whatever, I'm leaving. But yet they get cheated on in their relationship.
Right.
So it's like you didn't leave. So why would you leave when they're making money off of it?
Yeah.
And being honest about
No,
it?
I wouldn't be
And the
with it.
thing
I
is-
wouldn't be okay with it with porn. Now, if it's a woman on woman, that's a different story. But another man, my ego's not that great. It's kind of fragile, so I wouldn't be able to do it.
But the problem is with this situation that you're giving me is that she was already a OnlyFans person. So she's been naked all over everywhere. So when they were together, she
Oh,
was
in that
doing
scenario,
With,
OnlyFans.
Okay.
It's also
Yeah.
a lot of it was with him too. So that's also different.
Yeah, but the whole time she's doing OnlyFans, she's naked everywhere. Like
I still
so
would
that
not
is just that's not even
okay
a
with
bigger,
her
that's not a much bigger
doing
step.
porn with another man.
If your girl does OnlyFans and she does one-time porn thing and she's making hundreds of thousands of dollars and she's already done OnlyFans and that's what she does and she hooks up with one dude one time for 3.5 what was it 10 mil?
They did 10 million off
$10
that
million dollars. You've already sold your soul on OnlyFans. That's what you do. So what like you
tape. Getting
sleeping with
naked
somebody
is
for
one
10
thing.
mil
Sleeping with a man.
she was hooking up with women. So you're saying that if a girl hooks up with another girl, that's not cheating on
It's
you.
not a problem for me.
That's cheating still, bro.
It's not a problem for me. I'll take that.
So if Ellen DeGeneres bones your wife, that's not cheating?
That's different.
Because it's Ellen DeGeneres?
I think, and I'm with you. It's the same either way.
Yo.
It's the same either way. That one might actually hurt my ego a little bit more. You didn't tell me about it. You went-
Yo.
You said
Ellen DeGeneres with the haircut. With
What
the,
Ellen got
looking
that I don't
Justin
got?
Bieber,
That's how you
bro.
gonna be.
That's crazy. All right. So I'm not with it. Benny's not with it.
Right.
I want to thank Benny for making episode number 69.5 with me.
Cheers.
Of the Rick A Show. Is this you coming back?
Yeah, maybe.
You like the little studio?
I like the new setup. We're not in a cramped office anymore. Or in the
Okay.
monkey room. Monkey room's my spot, though. I love the monkey room.
Shout out to the
Shout out
Monkey
to the
Room.
monkey room.
So we'll see you next week with another episode of the Rick A Show. Till then, cheers.
Yeah, marvelous. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my Frank Lucas shit. 3-piece suits, Valentino cufflinks, LV shoes.